Drew Mestemaker took the college football world by storm in his freshman season in 2025 for the North Texas Mean Green, where he led the nation in passing yards and he tied for third place in passing touchdowns. And he becomes the main character for our next rebuild as we turn the North Texas Mean Green into national champions within less than 10 seasons. Speaking of Drew Mestemaker, for the side quest for this rebuild, not only do we have to have him win the national championship, but we also have to have him win the Heisman Trophy, which is going to be tough, but if we give him the right weapons and the right protection, I think we'll be doing just fine. This rebuild, among many others, is all part of a new series. We're going to be rebuilding your favorite teams in college football 26 until CFB27 drops. So if y'all excited for this one, among many others to come, hit that like button down below, smash the subscribe button, and turn on the notifications so you guys don't miss out. Also, drop your teams down below in the comments alongside your side quest. Maybe I'll rebuild yours next. But without further ado, let's get right to it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, there you see it. Our next rebuild for our series is the North Texas Mean Green. We're doing the Drew Mestemaker rebuild, so you know what time it is. Let's sign the papers, and let's get right into it. So, we all know the story of Drew Mestemaker. He walked on his true freshman season at North Texas, and he was the sixth-string quarterback. But he redshirted, believed in himself, and became the first string in his second year, and he went off, taking the Mean Green to potentially a college football playoff spot, but they ended up getting snubbed. And they went 12-2 while they were at it, losing their conference title game. We have the schedule right here. So we have a win against Lamar University, the FCS school, a win against Western Michigan. They won against Army. They won against South Alabama. They also beat Washington State. As for our conference games, we have South Florida. We have UTSA, Charlotte, Navy, UAB, Rice, and Temple. And our conference title game was against Tulane, who would eventually qualify for the playoff. That's why I said they got snubbed. And our bowl game, where we ended up winning, was against San Diego State. So if we don't end up getting San Diego State, we'll play the bowl game, and we'll have a chance to write our own dynasty. I forgot to mention, for the side quest for this rebuild, not only do we have to rebuild the team around Drew Mestemaker, but we also have to have him win the Heisman Trophy, which is going to be a tough test, but I do feel like that depending on the weapons that he has, I think he could do it. Especially within 4 seasons that he's going to be around, I have to win the Heisman with him as a side quest, and not only win the national championship with North Texas in general. So let's set up the recruiting board. Okay, so I did check, and we are in fact a 2-star school. So we're going to take our chances at some 4 stars. And let's see what we can get here. It's actually organized by pipelines and figure it out to make it easier. Let's offer them all scholarships all the way down. And let's get to scouting. Okay, everybody's offered. Perfect. Alright. So let's now do some scouting. Find some gems in the rough here. Oh, our first bust comes in the form of J.R. Scroggins. There you go. Marco Toledo is our first gem on board. Oh, Ahmad Samia is another bust. No, wait, we don't want to favorite you. We want to get rid of you. You're a bust. Get out of here. And so we only have quite a few hours left. We're getting into more defensive players than anything. Oh, we only had 5 hours left. And we can't do anything with our hours. Yeah, because it is preseason now. So we only got 1 gem out of that rough there. But we did offer everybody, so hopefully their interest rates will in fact go up. It looks like we haven't had a recruiting update yet. So we'll just keep on going and we'll just keep on scouting. So we have 450 hours to use to scout the rest of these talents and then figure stuff out from here. And Floyd Rourke is our next bust. So we have 19 left after that. 2 more to scout here. And there you go! Enrique Dennis, a gem at left tackle. Right, so we got all the hours on virtually everybody. We'll see what kind of ties that we have to cut with some of our players here as we sim through the bye week. And then as soon as week 1 pops up, we'll get right into our schedule. Oh my god, everybody virtually lost us out. Oh, our gems are safe. Good thing we set the house on them. So, I mean, now we do have 280 hours left, so now we can cut ties with some of our losses and get into finding some 3 stars. Because unlike the North Dakota State rebuild where we had a recruiting restriction, in this case we don't. So we can go back to the board if we have to and scout more talent. So let's go to the 3-star prospects now. Oh, we got our punter. That's something we needed. We lost our wide receiver, so we can pick that up. All right, so let's offer this. Now, since these guys here stayed, let's give them to friends and family. So raise their interest value. Okay, so we have 95 hours to scout. We offered everybody who stayed some hours. So now what we can do is let's scout them all here. Okay, nothing there, but at least we offered scholarships to some of these 3-stars, so hopefully they can raise interest in us as we get into this game against FCS Midwest, where we can actually go into our schedule and actually start forcing some wins on the 2025 schedule. So all the verses should be homes, and then all the ats should be aways, except for South Florida. Okay, yeah, we did it right. So let's find out who cut ties. Okay, absolutely nobody. And we still have Marco Toledo as one of our gems. So we're going to get into the week against Western Michigan. Okay, and seems like our gems are starting to raise interest in us a little bit. And we still got some of our 4-stars intact, but we still have to scout. Okay, you know what? Yeah, let's do this. Let's actually offer hours to those who stayed even after scouting, because as part of the American Conference, some of our hours are limited. And then we can get right to scouting on these guys here. Try and find some gems in the rough. Oh, Eduardo Oliveira is a bust. Okay, Aiden Thrash is our last scout, and they're still in the top 10 or top 8 with pretty high interest rates so far. So as long as we have some hours on some guys before they hit their top 5, I think that would be pretty big for us. Once the 50-hour guys hit their top 5, and we can set up visits and start reducing the amount of hours it takes to get them, so that we can compete with them. Alright, so, okay, Daryl Fuller reached his top 5, and looks like our gems are still in our top 8, but we'll see as we get into the recruiting board again. Okay, so Toledo's still there, Dennis is still in his top 8, but Daryl Fuller is in his top 5, because he is in 3rd and he's in his top 5, so let's do that. And then we do have 2 of our 3 it could possibly be, but we need to find the 3rd one, so let's do a soft sell. So what offers playing time, proximity to home? It is Star Search, so we're going to have to offer Star Search on that. Anybody else in their top 5? No, but we do have guys that need scouting. Oh, there we go! Devin Drake! A 3-star gem at Mike linebacker. So let's move him up to the top of our board and start giving him some hours here. And we only have 10 more hours to really do anything here. Yeah, I think that'll be it. If we have to cut ties with anybody, we have to cut ties. But as long as we keep up with the action here, especially when we get him past the bye week. All right, the only update is on Herschel Fournette, one of our 3-stars, but hopefully nobody deal breakered us. Oh my god, we got a deal breaker on Devin Drake and Jamie Rodriguez. What's our playing style with these guys? So we need to look at the playing style for Mike and Sam, right? Yeah, our 2 linebackers. Okay, so yeah, our Mike backers are not it. Yeah, our defensive schemes are not great. That's probably why they're deal breakering us, but we do have 50. And this guy Tobias Coleman has a deal breaker with us. Again with playing style. Try and scout Fedu Pale Boy here. And he's a gem! And he's probably going to be one of the linebackers. Okay, but at least conference prestige is his deal breaker. The risk is just too great, especially with the freaking deal breakers. I don't know. We'll hopefully find out if they adjust. But at least our gems are still in 1st place. And anybody else in their top 5? No, not from what it looks like. Let's hope the defensive scheme change potentially changed the opinions on some of these guys. Okay, so our 2 gems reached their top 5, and we definitely won against Army. Yeah, it's set on the schedule board. What am I thinking? All right, so we got South Alabama. Okay, so if their opinions don't change by their top 5, I think we have to cut ties. Okay, so Marco Toledo has a complimentary with Daryl Fuller. Oh yeah, it would be conference legend, but it's not that, so it's definitely hometown. And we'll schedule a visit with Enrique Dennis. We'll put him on for the Navy game. So it is in fact clocked in, and then there. So if these guys' opinions don't change by the time they hit the top 5, we're just gonna cut ties. It's the only thing we really can do. But at least we can put some hours on Fedu, our 4th gem that we found. Okay, Rashard Hester's in his top 10, top 5. And he is a compliment with the Navy game, so we're going to put that on. And then we know what the pitch is, so we'll do this. Okay, anybody else in their top 5? No. All right, so we'll finish scouting this corner here. And nothing there. Okay, so I feel like with these 3 stars, as long as they have scholarships on hand, everything will be just fine. So we have 50 hours on 2 of our gems there. And we just scouted Fedu here if we turn that into a gem. But if any of our deal breakers hit their top 5 and are still not interested in us giving them hours, we're just going to cut ties and find some other people to do it for them. Because I have no time at all for anybody who can complain about a deal breaker. Oh my god, Drew Mestemaker has a torn labrum. I mean, good news is he's going to be only out for another 3 more weeks, but that messes with his development. Okay, so I really do hope that he'll definitely be back by the time we play our conference title game, because I do not want to have to not play a conference title game. Oh my god, Daryl Fuller locked us out. Why? Okay, well, we got a great stat here. Wyatt Young won Offensive Player of the Week before we get into this game against Washington State. Okay, no top 5, no top 5, and no top 5. Okay, so our deal breakers are still there, but why did Daryl Fuller lock us out? Okay, yeah, because pipelines are just too good. But, I mean, to be fair, he was an athlete. I really didn't care much about athletes, but Enrique Marcus is ready for a visit. But he's in first, though, so I think we should put him on for the game against... Actually, no, we'll put him on for the bye week. He's in first place, so we do have some space to work with here. And let's see if we can commit a soft sell. Conference prestige and playing style. What offers both? Oh, it could be gamer, but what else offers it? Okay. So both have a B, D plus D grade. But what else offers it? Okay, nothing else. Okay, so we're just going to have to take a guess and say that it's gamer. And then I think if we get it wrong here, we can hard sell on the other one. That's what we've been doing, and it's worked. So we'll do Freddie Reyna for the game against Navy. Okay, so at least the Sam's playing style got much better. It's a D plus there, and then what's another one? Okay, so this guy needs a C minus. So if he gets interested again, we'll start offering him some hours. Okay, but at least our 2 gems are in first place, and we do have a hard sell on both of them. We're just going to have to ride with it as we get into this game against Washington State, which we are definitely going to pick up a win here. Okay, Toledo is still in first. Trey, okay, nothing on our other gems. As we get into potentially, yeah, that's our loss against South Florida coming up. So, good thing we didn't have any visits on board for this game. And, okay, Tobias Coleman's deal breaker got fixed. Okay, so the playbook adjustment was a plus. Okay, nothing on him. Okay, so let's start offering some hours. And then we have 2 guys ready for visits. And, okay, this guy has a compliment with the bye weeks. Let's do that. Can't do anything there until we fix this situation. Okay, he has another compliment. So, Marco Toledo's in his top 3, which we blew him out 40-13. So, we actually got him very interested. And then, okay, Georgia's starting to pull up here. But he's not ready until the Navy game. Okay, that kind of blows a little bit. Because if Georgia pulls ahead on him, we may potentially lose him. Because the pipeline is just so damn good. I don't know about this one, guys. But Fedu's still in his top 8. And we got visits scheduled with both of these guys now. And we're waiting on all these guys to get their top 8. Get out of their top 8 in check. So, yeah. We're just going to have to run with the loss against South Florida. I hate to do it, but I'm going to have to do it. Okay, yeah, regardless. Okay, our deal breaker, at least with Rodriguez, went up. That's a good sign if it went up, and we're still in his top 2. Okay, Miles Coleman, I got American Player of the Week, so that's a good sign to see. At least, okay, yeah. There's no fixing Devin Drake. But what's the Mike Signal caller? Total tackles. We still have 25. Oh my god. There's no tackles with the mics whatsoever. I don't think they're fixing Devin Drake. I think we have to cut ties. It sucks because he's one of our gems. Okay, so Trey definitely dropped. But he is in his top 5. But we do have more hours now. And his deal breaker is playing style. So it has to be... We're going to have to commit a soft sell. And potentially try and find that other one. Okay, so it has to be standard bearer. Fournette reached his top 5. But he has a competitive. And no compliments with the Navy game, so we'll go with the Temple game. I would try and land a pitch with him, but he's definitely not there yet. We don't have enough hours to try and land that. But Enrique Dennis, yeah, they scheduled for week 9, and Georgia may pull ahead. That is just unreal. And what's his deal breaker? Playing time. We have A+ playing time with Georgia, but I don't understand why. I don't understand why Georgia would give him more playing time. But I don't know. We're gonna have to figure all this out down the line. We can schedule a visit finally with him, and then okay, so he's either the final one for the bye week or one more for the Temple game. Well, he's in first. Let's make him one more for the bye week. Right, so we got all 50 hours on all of our gems. Hopefully we can land Marco Toledo by the end of this week. And we're going to hope JB Rodriguez's deal breaker finally gets fixed so we can actually try and do a last-second heave on him. And the soft sell should work on him. And this guy's still in first place, so we're in good shape there. We have 15 left, and we can always get it done after the portal as we get into this game here against UTSA. Okay, we still didn't land Toledo, but he's still in his top 3. And then Drogue actually rose up in interest. I mean, that's a good sign that everybody's rising up. And then here comes the infamous Charlotte game. But I don't know if he's going to be ready for it, though. Is he? Okay, he is going to be ready to go off, but Ilya the Third broke his tailbone. That sucks ass. Literally. 25 hours. Okay, Rodriguez's deal breaker has been fixed. So now what we have to do is schedule him a visit with the Temple game. And then, honestly, okay, everybody's in first place. And they're still in their top 8. So I think we should say frick all with the hours. And then ran a drop to Wisconsin. Okay, did we get it? Okay, we got it right at least. We just gotta hope that Wisconsin loses. Or we win the Navy game. That would be a huge influence. And Trey is the bye week. And we did get that sell right. So, you know what? I think we should just take off social media on Drake. And then do a soft sell on Rodriguez. For whatever his pitch is. Okay, so, you know what? A plus B minus C minus on campus lifestyle. What else offers that? Okay, it probably couldn't be clocked in. It could be campus personality though. We'll do a soft for now and just figure it out. If we win the game against Temple, which are definitely are, that would be huge. Because for a last-ditch effort, that would be absolutely huge, honestly. So we'll get into the infamous Charlotte game. And hopefully land one of our guys. We do, in fact, land Marco Toledo. We got a gem at 4-star defensive tackle. And Dennis chose his fate. And Drake lost his fate. Yeah, sucks that we had to take the hours off. But we had to land one of our gems somehow. But here we are in the Navy game. It'll be huge to land anybody out of this game. So we got a 340 hours with the loss with the Georgia commit. But JB Rodriguez, okay, he's still interested. But what's... Okay, we did get that sell wrong, which is less of a penalty. Did we get all 3? We did not. Okay. So, what else offers? Okay, so it could be clocked in. I'm going to hard sell on that as a heave. And if we win the Temple game, that would be a massive hit. And then we're going to have to get rid of Drake to Colorado. But we have all 3 on him. You know what? Yeah, we can actually give off some more hard sells because of the loss of two of our guys here. And actually raise more interest value in some of these guys here. Okay, so so Enrique Marcus, we got that one wrong. But good news is we do have all 3. And he's still in first place. So we can commit a hard sell. And we can finally commit a hard on this guy here. Herschel Fournette. Okay, and then everybody else is in first place right now. So we just gotta hope and pray that anybody can come in our favor as we win the game here against Navy. If we get a commit here, that'd be great too. But, I don't know. We'll have to find out. Okay, we got a commit. And it is Rashard Hester, our center. And everybody's still first interested, except for Javier Aquino here. And good thing we did, in fact, win that game as we get into the bye week. Anybody drop down in value? No. Okay, so Aquino... Okay, Aquino had TCU. I think this is the bye week coming up here. With all the compliments and board, too. So we could raise interest past TCU. Stepanovich is ready for a visit. No compliments with him. Thrash. Okay, he has 2 compliments with the Temple game. So we'll get that ready. So we're going to sim past the bye week. And then go from there. Okay, so it looks like we're in a recruiting battle with TCU for Javier Aquino. And then Enrique Marcus is in his top 3. We could land him. Our punter is in his top 3. As we did, in fact, win. And we're getting into this game against UAB. Yeah, you know what? Let's actually make him the last one. Yeah, let's make him the last visit for Temple. We want to get some special teams on board. And if we win the Temple game, that would be massive. to raise interest, as we're going to get it sim past the game against UAB. Okay, oh my god, we lost Rodriguez to Pitt. We tried a last-ditch effort, and we did in fact get a rank. I guess that's how it worked in real life. As we get into this game here against Rice, as the 24th ranked team in the nation, Texas Tech linebacker. But oh my god, we're in a recruiting battle with Reyna for Wisconsin. Okay, so if we just hold on to him, that would be absolutely huge for him to pick up. Okay, we may lose Aquino. And Tobias Coleman ready for a visit, but we can't book anymore. Oh, wait, we lost Rodriguez. Okay, so he'll be the final one for Temple. And you know what? We have the hours. We know all three, so we can get that done. And did we get this one? Okay, we did not get the right with Ananini. We can't book a visit, so we... Okay, we do have all three. Now that we soft sold. Because there's always less of a penalty. Okay, yeah, it's a clutch. Okay. I'm surprised we don't have a sell for Stepanovich yet. Oh, we don't have the hours. But we do have 50 hours on basically everyone except for a couple people. As we sim past Rice. And, oh my god. We lost Marcus to LSU and we lost Aquino. But at least we did get 17th ranked in the nation. As here's the Temple game. Now, I'm going to be frank. We only had 12 recruits left, and now we're going to boil it down to 10. But to be honest, I really don't think we needed that amount of recruits anyway. Because we can land everybody here and go into the portal with everybody on tap. Should be okay. Oh my god, why are we losing interest in Herschel Fournette? Oh, Oklahoma. Wait, if we win the Temple game, that would be a massive climb. If we could win the Temple game. Yeah. If we win the Temple game, which we are going to do, that would be a massive climb for some of the recruits here. Okay, we did get a commit, and we did end up getting Herschel Fournette. He saw that and said, okay, let me commit to North Texas. And, okay, raised interest all across the board as they get into their top threes. That visit win was huge. And look at that. Drew Mestemaker, Offensive Player of the Week. That's our future Heisman candidate. He's not going to win it this year, though, because of the injuries. But we at least got 11-1 with the bye week. And why is Reyna jumping up with Wisconsin? You know what? I think we should try and swam away. We should swam away. And then commit to a soft sell. Okay, we have 100 hours, so we have 50 on everybody, though. So if we lose anybody, I do think we could go back into the recruiting board and find some 2-stars that we can fill up with. And wait for everybody else to commit. So that's what we'll do. We'll sim past the bye week, and we'll figure stuff out from there. Okay, we did get a commit. Adrian Thrash. Oh, 2 of them. We got Ananini, okay. And we lost Reyna to Wisconsin. Well, we got the 11th ranked team in the nation. But did we lose out on the conference title game? We've actually lost out on the conference championship game. Hold on, what was the conference standings? They went undefeated in conference play. You go figure. We went 11-1, and we lost out on the conference championship game. So I guess the alternate universe was so against us. Okay, they actually raised their prestigious. You know what? We're going to keep these guys on staff. Seriously, what did they have against us going into the conference title game going at 11-1? Yeah, of course. You go undefeated in your conference, and that's why. So you know what? If we actually make the playoff, we're going to sim a loss. Okay, so we do have John Mateer winning the Heisman Trophy. Let's hope it's a bowl game. Oh! Callie Naguma won the Lou Groza Award. He went 22 for 22, 100% on field goals. Congratulations to our newest Lou Groza Award winner. And we got Landon Sides as the Jet Award winner for Best Return Specialist. Congratulations to him. Okay, we had to qualify for the playoff. We got in as a non-conference champion. Okay, I really don't think this should count because this is so not accurate. Okay. Yeah, you know what? We're going to force a loss to Miami because why would they give us a college football playoff appearance when we didn't even win the conference title? Like, why? So yeah, we're gonna actually force a loss and sim to the end of season recap because, like, why? What? Like, I don't even know. Like, we should have made the conference championship and we should have won our bowl game. But, like, again, why does this game keep on doing this to me? Okay, so who actually won the national championship out of this bracket? Ole Miss. And they actually gave USF the automatic qualifier, the 12 seed in the tournament. Wow. This game is honestly so messed up. in every way. Like, we should have gotten in the conference title game and lost it. So we could have taken the bowl game and ran away with our losses. But that really, really sucks that we didn't get it. We do have a chance at 8 persuasions. So let's see if we can get Wyatt Young back for conference prestige. Damn it. What about our kicker? Our recent Lou Groza award winner. No, we're going to have to find a kicker. Chase Canada. Come on. Okay, we do have a medium, but it's a 64 overall, though. I'm not liking the way this is going. Okay, so we did at least get one guy to stay in a playing style. And what about this guy? And he has not been persuaded. Wait, nobody left for the draft, right? Yeah, they all left for the transfer portal. So we're going to have to go to the portal and just dominate. And I do have a plan for 2026. You'll see when we get to the portal. Okay, so we are a 3-star prestige now. Okay, so we don't have any draft results. Probably not, because nobody left for the portal. Okay, so we lost Reyna to Wisconsin. Okay, so we booked Stefanovic for a visit finally. So let's get some hard sells out of the way. So we got all 50 hours there. We have 900 hours to scout the transfer portal for any talent necessary. But I do have an idea. We could potentially get Quincy Porter back for North Texas. I think that's a great idea, guys. We should try and get Quincy Porter. There he is! There's Quincy Porter! If we can land him, he will be our top priority going forward. And his deal breaker is playing time. So we're going to have to rely on Quincy Porter to be our #1 guy. So Michael Ford, definitely not interested. I definitely would want to get him out of Stanford. But his deal breaker is playing style, and he's not going to be there. But we don't need another quarterback because Drew Mestemaker is there. But I do think that Quincy Porter may have to be the heart and soul of this team besides Mestemaker. And I don't care about anything else right now. So, you know what? Before we scout any more transfers, let's scout Quincy Porter and get him on tap. Let's offer scholarship, and let's send a house to get his interest. Before we do anything else in the transfer portal. Because he is my guy. And he has saved Nebraska, and he saved Coastal Carolina before. So if we can get Quincy Porter out of this transfer portal, that would be absolutely huge for us. We do not need another quarterback because we have Drew Mestemaker. We're not taking any 4-star quarterbacks. That's our transfer portal restriction right now. We can't take any 4-star transfer quarterbacks, but we can get transfer receiver Bryant Wesco Jr. We can get Cedric Alexander, Ronnie Fields Jr. We can get Parker Jenkins. Holy crap! Jordan Seaton has 6 interested in us. As a 5-star transfer, we could potentially set ourselves up to have the best offensive line on the table. Guys, if we could get this guy on board for an offensive tackle, that would absolutely be huge for our offensive line. And you know what? Let's actually go through the interest rates and pick up the last one on tape. Okay, yeah, let's just pick this guy up. Screw it. And then what about guards? You know what? Let's get this 3-star here. Let's actually get this guy here. He's ranked, and then we can take 1, 2, 3. Wait, is Coy Parrish on the board for the transfer portal? Because if anything, we could try and get Coy Parrish. And he is a free safety, but we could potentially move him over to strong safety if we have to. Okay, so he is there, and he's 2nd ranked interested. Let's actually get him for shits and gigs, because why not? So we're making Coy Parrish and Quincy Porter our 2 favorites right now in the transfer portal. Let's hope and pray that Quincy Porter comes home. We got him! We got Quincy Porter to come home! North Texas, get ready for some magic as we struck the best transfer receiver ever in college football, Quincy Porter, and we got Coy Parrish too. That is an absolute gem of a transfer portal class that we just got. Potentially. But we're going to have to see through all of our 2-stars and through all of our 3-stars that we signed. But thank God we got Quincy Porter to come home to North Texas. Because a receiver was definitely something that Drew Mestemaker honestly desperately needed. So that was absolutely huge as we go through our transfer class real quick. Which is, I know, it's full of 2-stars. But we at least did get a couple 4-star commits. As well as Quincy Porter. So we lost out on McEwen, Fields, and Matt Rose. But we'll check our recruiting class numbers and figure all this stuff out. But thank God we got Quincy Porter to come home. I absolutely love the idea of having Quincy. Oh, yeah, we lost out on Parker Jenkins, too. We're just one spot behind Tulane, as we're the 48th ranked recruiting class in the nation. We did get 3 4-stars, 9 3-stars, and 13 2-stars. Where Tulane got 7 4-stars. Okay, so this is a conference we're definitely going to have to compete with. So if we get any game against Tulane, we're definitely going to have to play that game. Because they're the only other ranked team possible in the American. Okay, so Drew Mestemaker is entering his sophomore year as an 87 overall, with his best target being Landon Sides and Quincy Porter, who has star development traits, so I do think with the interest rates, they'll definitely help. Okay, so Drew Mestemaker will be our starting quarterback for the near future, so we don't need to worry about that. And Kiefer Sibley is going to have to be our starting running back, unfortunately. And then wide receivers, like I said, Sides and Porter, alongside Dalton Carnes. And this guy Jackson upgraded his depth trait. And we have another guy unlock his depth trait. Drew Mestemaker! He now has impact development. Let's go, Drew. Way to see that. Okay, so we have 46 points to use on Tactician, but let's see. Training results. Okay, Quincy Porter went up to an 82, and then Landon Sides is also an 82. Coy Parrish is now a 95 overall, and then Drew Mestemaker is an 88 overall. But let's see how the development tied up with our line. Okay, so he's a 77, 76, 69. Okay, doesn't make sense to me. Okay, 82, 72. Drew Mestemaker is an 88 overall quarterback going into this. So now that we've found out our training results, let's find out our schedule for next season in 2025. Now, I don't think that we're going to go into... Oh, wait, we actually do. Because we have to reform the Pac-12, and we have to make some conference changes. So let's reform the Pac-12, starting out with Boise State, Colorado State, Fresno State, San Diego State, Utah State, and then Texas State. Conference USA loses Louisiana Tech to the Sun Belt West Division. Damn, Louisiana, 17th ranked. That's quite something. And then in the Mountain West goes UTEP and what would potentially be North Dakota State, but unfortunately we don't have that here. And then Northern Illinois would go to the Mountain West. Now, normally we would have North Dakota State in real life going to the Mountain West, but because this is a North Texas rebuild and we didn't have the time to get that done there. Week 1 should be against Indiana without Fernando Mendoza. So, oh, they're the 5th ranked team in the nation. Holy crap. But they would end up losing Mendoza, so I don't know how much better they're going to be. So we at least have Indiana, UNLV, and Texas State. Houston Christian's going to have to be week 10, and that's the FCS Midwest game. East Carolina instead of Florida Atlantic, which I don't know. I guess it's the game being stupid. I guess I don't know. But we at least have the non-conference opponents right. We have Indiana, UNLV, and Texas State. But I think that Indiana is going to have to be the first game that we have to play with Drew Mestemaker, because that game would be absolutely huge if it can come up with a win there. So we at least have a full board of 35 that we can offer scholarships to. But I do think we're going to have to pay attention to those who are first interested and then just keep them. So let's actually offer some scholarships all the way down and see where things fall with how many hours do we have. Oh! Oh my god! We actually got a verbal commit off rip. We got Cliff Johns at Sam linebacker. Oh, we got our first bust right there with George Handy. And another one with Mitch Lunsford. And there it is. Our first gem in Lawrence Niang at right edge. That's actually a really good pickup. Oh, and Legend Hugo. Yet another bust at wide receiver. And another one with Amani Nwagbo. Unbelievable. What is with all the busts? It's literally reminding me of the Coastal Revolt. There it is. Anthony Epinesa, a gem at right guard. We're at least starting to pick up some ground with these gems now. Okay, and that was the last one left. Okay. And then nobody else is there. Okay, and we did have one verbal commit off rip, which was honestly quite something. Okay, so it looks like nothing yet on our gems as we get into week 0 at the bye. So we'll use our recruiting hours wisely. Okay, so we actually do have raised interest on some of our guys here. So you know what? Let's actually scout them and figure out exactly where they fall. Oh my god, and we got a bust. Never mind on Taylor Malden then. Save our hours. Okay, so we can keep Zaire Keenan here. give ours to all of our first interested guys. Okay, so let's sim past the bye week and figure out where to go from here as we get into this game here against Indiana. Drew Mestemaker's first chance to shine, and we lost both of our 3-star quarterbacks to their top 8 because we didn't show any interest somehow. Alright, so we got Indiana on their turf, too. Wow, so we gotta play our best here, especially when it's on All-American. Okay, so let's actually offer the friends and family package to those who stayed. Okay, we only had enough to do all that, but we ended up losing a couple of guys here. We lost both of our quarterbacks. Let's lock in, and let's get into this game against Indiana. This will be the first game we play this season, because this is a top 5 game, and we are very evenly matched here, even without Fernando Mendoza. Okay, so let's actually check a look at the uniform combinations we have. So North Texas, they have the white uniforms for their away, and these are their home looks. Alternates are going to be, yep, the all blacks. Those will be kick-ass to throw on the field. And Hayden Fry alternates. Okay, those actually look kind of nice, if I'm being completely honest. Okay, the home options are the all greens. The away options have the white helmets. The alternate options have like the numbered helmets with a different M on the side of the helmet. Okay. They actually have quite a bit of uniform combinations, but since this is week 1, I'm just going to stick to the basic away look. And then Indiana, I'm just going to keep to that. Okay, so let's get going here for Drew Mestemaker's first test in his sophomore campaign on his route to the Heisman Trophy. All right. Indiana Hoosiers, let's see what you got without Fernando Mendoza. And this will probably be a really good test for Drew Mestemaker as we get the ball first. And Indiana, it is loud, it is rowdy, but we're going to have to get right past it. As you can see, Quincy Porter is wearing number 85. So we have to look for that number we want to throw to him as we hand the ball off to Keeper Sibley there. So only when our running game refuses to work, that's where we're probably going to end up throwing the ball from what it looks like in the playbook. And you know what? I think we're just going to mix it up here. And Quincy Porter does have that dig route, so I do want to try and hit him if he does get open. Yeah, he's open. Just don't drop it, Quincy. That's your first catch. But if Drew Mestemaker really wants to win the Heisman, he's just going to have to go off in the passing game. As we're going to give it to Quincy Porter. He's got a first down right there. Easy. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have Porter deep. Or maybe we may just have to hit Stepanovic on the hitch route. Or if we can get out wide enough, we can hit Landon Sides on the flat. That's actually beautiful. I don't know what I was kidding. He was on the slant. He was able to get behind the defender and actually get that. Let's hit Carnes over the middle and get out of bounds. Don't get hurt. Okay, the stadium is now, in fact, getting loud, but at least it's not affecting my route patterns at all. Okay, yeah, the backer collapsed over, but he still made the catch. Okay, so it's Brandon Nelson, our lineman. Better him than Quincy Porter. I'm not saying any injuries are cool, but we're going to hand it off to Kiefer over here. And come on, Sibley, get in! Oh, he's so close. And we're going to change up the formation here. Let's actually, okay, yeah, let's actually go out of the gun here. And then we're going to hit Porter potentially on a slant if we can get him open. And we're going to have Carnes on the drag route. Off play action. Porter! Get that! Let's go! There's Quincy Porter's first touchdown as a North Texas Mean Green. And they went ahead and Allboard pinned at the 1. Damn. Okay, so yeah, we're definitely going to have to run an inside zone player. Okay, so the hole is in fact open. Just don't get tackled from behind in the end zone. That's a safety. Oh, we actually caused a turnover. We got to back off of that. All right, we're more than likely going to hit any one of the 2 drag routes off the mesh concept. And it is landed sides. Get a block on the outside. Okay, that's a good first down. Oh, he didn't read Sibley. Sibley right there. Nice. Honestly, thank God I chose to give it there. But we're definitely going to have to prove a point here. Okay. Oh, tight end. Let's go. That's Carnes for his second touchdown. The second TD of Drew Mestemaker's season. All right, and they scored 1, and it's going to be 14-9. And they get ball about to start the second half. So we're going to have to get at least 1 here if we want any chance. Okay. Nothing's open. We're just going to have to run it with Mestemaker. Hope we get blocked. That's a good block from behind by Sibley. And that's a good run there by Mestemaker. If we want to win the Heisman with Mestemaker, he has to dominate in both the pass game and in the running game. As we're going to hit Stepanovic over the middle. He's got a first down. Honestly, Mestemaker's putting up a great first impression No turnovers so far, and he's playing smart. And you know what? He's got a running lane. Drew Mestemaker! He's wide open. Slide! Okay, just don't dive forward. Dude, the line is actually holding up real solidly for Mestemaker here, as we're going to give it to Sibley, and he only got one out of that. Oh, dig route for Porter. That's open. Come on, Quincy, reach forward. Okay, we got 5 out of that. You know what? I think the protection's been holding up pretty well. I think we should add an extra... Oh, God. Never mind. It's too late. But we did get Quincy Porter on the dig. Just go forward, buddy. Okay, we got the first and goal. Okay, the pitch key is to read is the right side. So... Oh, he didn't end up crashing. And that's going to be the 2-minute warning. So we got to score somehow to make it 21-9. Which I think is doable because we can change up the routes here a little bit. We can put Stefanovic on a drag, and then we can put Porter on that slant to cut the route a little bit more towards goal line potential. Oh, Porter, get that! He's in! That's your second, buddy. Let's see what they do, and oh, they scored right away. That ain't good at all because they get ball back. I don't understand why we're running RPO here. So you know what? Let's actually run the double post situation. And we're going to hope Stefanovic gets open. Yep, Stefanovic. Let's cut the rush short and lunge forward. Okay, let's actually hurry up and save all 3 of our timeouts. Porter's definitely not going to get open deep, but we're going to hit Carnes. Let's actually share the ball a little bit. Let's go, Carnes. Get up the field, buddy. And, yeah, let's actually use one of our timeouts here. If we set the tempo right away and build Mestemaker's stats up a little bit, that'll get our side quest goals a little bit more interesting. 3rd down and 10. If we can hit Stefanovic, possibly... over the top, if anything. Okay, Mestemaker has a running lane. Dive! Okay, that's slide. That's fine. We got the first there. Now it would have been a better situation to dive, but at least we got a little bit more forward. Okay, they're covering Porter. Okay. Get over here! Nothing was open. Okay, we got to use a timeout. We need to at least get a little bit more forward, so we're going to put Stefanovic on a slant, and then everybody else is on a deep, deep route here. Okay. Yep. Wise open. Catch it! Let's go! All right, final timeout. I mean, they're showing 6 down linemen, so we actually can put Sibley in pass protection. Okay. Porter cut the route! He got it! 3rd tutty in the game! And going into the second half with a multi-digit lead is huge. And they gave it away. I mean, if anything, we could potentially run the 50-burger on Indiana. That would be a huge statement for North Texas as Drew Mestemaker makes his mark in college football. And I'm telling you, it is a blessing in disguise to have Quincy Porter as our main receiver. Why? Because he's one of the best in the game, as we got him up to the 17-yard line on that catch. He's already got 9 today. Oh, yeah. Carnes is open. And, okay, we got 2nd down and 1 there. But 4 touchdowns by Drew Mestemaker. That's quite something. Pressure coming. Gets rid of it. On the screen pass to Sibley. Does he get a hole? No, but we do get a 1st down and goal. And you know what? Let's actually try and give Kiefer Sibley his first touchdown. Because why not? Kiefer Sibley in the end zone. That's going to make it 35. And they did, in fact, score off of it. But we're not scared, though. If our offense has been hot. If we could keep it that way, that would be huge. Okay, pressure's coming. Porter, right there. And we got another 1st down. And this air raid pass attack's been working so well. As we go into the 4th quarter, up 35-23. And a real dominant performance so far by Drew Mestemaker. 220 passing yards and 4 touchdowns for Drew Mestemaker compared to their 188 passing yards. But I still wonder who their quarterback is, as Fernando Mendoza potentially could have gotten drafted. Unless Mendoza is there still, and we just don't know it yet. All right. So, yeah, hit Porter. And he's going to reach for the first. That's his 11th catch. Yeah, nothing. Yeah, get rid of it. Nothing's open. We still got to be careful when getting rid of it, though, because it could be intentional grounding, as Kiefer Sibley couldn't get anything there. I mean, we are up by 12 points, so we could always just punt it and see where everything falls from here. And it's going to fall near the 22-yard line, so we'll see where they go. Oh, turnover! That's huge! We could potentially run out the clock here with this one. Oh, the pulling guard really didn't help there, but we did get something here. The only reason why I'm running speed option to the wide side is that we can try and center our kick, but I'm not... Oh, he lost the football! Pick it up, Seifer! Oh! Okay, we at least got the ball back, but we lost 4 off of that. That kind of sucked there. All right, 3rd down and 9. We're back to near what our original spot was, but hopefully something can get open here. Oh, Stefanovic! Let's go! That's your second touchdown. Let's go. Oh, no shot. They actually gave up the football again. We're going to end up destroying Indiana 42-23. That is if we don't score again. Oh, Porter's wide open. Oh, I thought we had him. Oh, it's his brother taking over. Alberto Mendoza. Okay, so it's not Fernando taking over. He's going for the NFL. But it's Alberto Mendoza. Okay, never mind. Stepanovich only has 1 touchdown. And then the other one was Kiefer Sibley. I completely misjudged my timing. I do deeply apologize. But make the aggressive oh, okay, I thought you had it. And because we're up multiple scores, we should punt it and then just run out all the clock that's available. All right, they're going to call for a fair catch. And we're going to see what they end up doing. And they did nothing. So, but they still have all 3 timeouts. So we can't run out the clock if we wanted to. Okay, so you know what? Let's see if we can actually try to get Quincy Porter a 5th touchdown. That would come off so dominant here.
Nope.
Okay, yeah, never mind. He throws a pick. Never mind. But we're just going to let the clock tick down. And we're going to beat Indiana 42-23 in dominating fashion. And that was actually against the top 5 opponent in Indiana, which was absolutely huge. But let's take a look at the stat lines for a second and actually correct myself. So, Alberto Mendoza had 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Drew Mestemaker had 5 touchdowns and 1 pick for 250 passing yards and a 66% completion rate. Touchdowns, we got Quincy Porter, 3 touchdowns. Dalton Carnes had a touchdown. I completely forgot about that. And Isaac Stepanovich had 1 touchdown. But Quincy Porter, 11 catches. And then rushing, we had Kiefer Sibley have 1 touchdown. So that was pretty awesome to see. A dominating performance by Drew Mestemaker in North Texas, as that is our first game to be played, and it was a big one to kick off the 2026 season. Okay, we have a long list to go through, and it looks like nobody bowed out here. And there it is, Quincy Porter, 11 catches, 89 yards, and 3 touchdowns, naming him American Offensive Player of the Week, as we're going to get into UNLV. And we jumped up from 22 to 10. This is absolutely big for us. And we got Lawrence Niang ready for a visit, so let's actually cancel a DM and book that one. So let's actually book it for week 11 and the bye week. And then we already know what his pitch is, so we can actually soft sell it because he's in first place and saves some hours to try and pull away. So it is going to be Conference Legend. And then Alex Feliciano is ready for a visit at Mike Backer. And is he a compliment? He is. Got a lot of visits scheduled with a lot of cells on board as we get into this game here against UNLV. And okay, yeah, we should definitely win this one at home. We'll go into the schedule eventually and figure out what games we should end up playing, because Indiana was one of them. I know Tulane is going to be one of them. Okay, we did win. Perfect. And we got the Navy game. We have a 4-star on board for a visit. So let's check the recruiting board and find out what we can do here. Lawrence Niang. Okay, we did get that cell right. So what we could do, since he is a gem and all, we can do a hard sell on that Conference Legend and then get all 50 hours on that. Epinez is still in his top 8. Everything else is still in the top 8. Did we get this one right? We did. Okay, so let's book the hard sell on Feliciano. So what we're basically doing, if we get the cells right, is that we're converting them into hard cells, so we can at least get the best shot to lock up everybody. Know what the pitch is, and we get it right, we have a good chance to hard sell and locked up the recruit in question. But with the lack of hours, that is tough with the lack of hours. Okay, so you know what? I think we should just keep the soft sell for Hometown Hero, because we do have a guy who's in 4th behind all these guys, and he has a visit week coming up. So I think we should try our best and do a soft sell with this guy. Championship contender, that's his deal breaker. Okay, so it could be Hometown Hero, but which offers the better grade? It is Conference Legend that offers the better grade. So, you know what? I think we should just do that, put some hours on him, and hope we beat Navy. And honestly, I think after this week, if we have to cut ties with some guys, we have to cut ties. But we have visits on board that we need to schedule, especially with some of these 2-stars that already have some attention. And with the limited amount of hours, we can't keep up with everybody. So we're definitely going to have to get some visits in for that FCS game. And it doesn't matter if we know what the pitch is. So we can put the last hours on Embu here and check the overall matchup for Navy. And yeah, I don't know. Let's just hope and pray we win this game. Okay, so let's get that on board, and let's hope we beat Navy and potentially raise interest in our 4-star. Okay, so we did get some commits. Okay, and he did raise up, so we're hoping that that visit game helped. We definitely won, right? Yep, we definitely won, but we dropped down to 10th ranked. I wonder who we dropped down from, but rankings don't matter here as we get into Texas State. So Epinesta's ready for a visit, so let's see where he falls. Let's actually get him on for East Carolina and potentially land that. And we got all 3 check marks on that, so we can do a 50 bomb on Epinesa. Okay, so he did raise up to 2nd. And we did get Conference Legend correct. And we do have hours. So, you know what we could do? We could hard sell this week and try and raise on the interest board and lock him up. So, any compliments? No. So, we're going to have to get him on for the Army game and Conference Prestige. And I'm pretty sure I know what the pitch is, because there is a blank spot for Conference Prestige that's linked to proximity to home, and by process of elimination, it's Conference Legend. So, that's exactly what we're aiming for. And we did get that one right, and we have Greg Bush ready for a visit. But he does have a compliment with Anthony Epinesa, so let's get him on for that one. Okay, so we're definitely going to have to take some hours off of guys that are in their top 8. I'm sorry, Kofi. Yeah, I'm sorry, Greg Lacey, because this guy, Greg Bush, is 4th on our board, and Troop blocked us out. I think it's because of the excess amount of recruits that we have. We're losing out on so many opportunities to lock up on some recruits. Okay, we did get a commit, and we got Lawrence Niang, our 3-star gem. Nice, and we did get John Story, our running back. Oh, we got 3. We got Leon Peacock. 4. Keaton Conklin, right 3-star right edge. And we lost out on Magulahan to LSU. That sucks. But we did win. Thank the Lord here as we get into this road game against Tulsa. We're starting conference play. But that at least frees up 250 hours. Okay, that definitely should be an easy win. But before we do anything, let's check the injury report and see if anybody of key priority went down. Okay, so Quincy Porter's still out there, and Drew Mestemaker is still out there. That is perfectly fine with me. And let's check the stats. So Drew Mestemaker has 1,158 passing yards, 10 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and then let's check the receiving. Quincy Porter became the #1 guy, 33 catches, 356 yards, and 3 touchdowns. But Dalton Carnes, 18 catches, 295 yards, and 5 touchdowns. Wow, so Carnes leads the team in receiving touchdowns, but Quincy Porter leads the team in receiving yards. But Kiefer Sibley, 6 rushing touchdowns. That is honestly quite something. So Drew Mestemaker is actually doing really good for himself. Let's just hope that through all these sims, he doesn't get hurt. And we play the biggest games possible, and we potentially land some notable attention in the Heisman. As we're going to get Kiki Nada there. And Stephen Huey. And okay, nothing else. Perfect. As we get into 4-0 East Carolina. Wow, I wonder how Faye got it in the race. Okay, I'm still shocked that Austin Sherry still hasn't gotten attention. He still is not in his top 8. But Muhammad Lacombo is ready for a visit. And nothing there. So let's just put him on earlier for South Florida. Okay, and then Anthony Kite here. Still not ready for a visit yet, which is strange enough, but we could land Feliciano by the time we get it. So we got Huey, that's a 3rd 3-star, and we got Kiki Nada, that's another 3-star. So we have 4 3-stars, and we have 85 hours to spare, so that way we can use them on some guys that are interested. So Curtis Nesbitt rose up a lot. It's not quite there yet, but so far we have the 3rd best recruiting class in the nation. It's not even past week 6 yet. That is honestly quite something. So let's get into this game here against East Carolina. So how did they get to 4-0? It was probably within non-conference play, but let's actually double check their schedule here. But we're definitely gonna hope that we're gonna get the win here, because we are a better team than them. So let's check the American Conference schedule. So they have the bye week in week 5. Let's see, 34-31 to Wake Forest. 35-7 on Utah State. Damn, they were just that bad. See you. Okay, 28-16 on FCS East. That's expected. But, oh yeah, and 25-24. Close win on Appalachian State. That is very close. We're obviously going to have to hope that we win this game because we do have visits on tap, and we need to keep this dream alive. So we're going to have to hope the Tulane game is right there, too. Okay, we got Anthony Epinesa. We got Feliciano as a lockup. We got Embo and nobody else. It's all first and second. Please tell me we won. We did win! That's probably why we got the commits. Okay, so we're on good pace as we get into this game against South Florida. Now, before we go anywhere else, let's try and pick our last game besides the Tulane game. Because I think the Tulane game we're definitely going to have to play. Okay, and they're unranked. Okay, so interestingly enough, the Tulane game, they're unranked right now. And they are 3-2. So we got USF. We have Tulane. Okay, Charlotte's 0-6. Let's actually, I don't know. We'll figure out our final game when we go along here. 49-16 on East Carolina. Damn, Mestemaker went off. And then 24-0 on Tulsa. 30-16 on Texas State. 36-13 on Navy, and then 33-23 on UNLV. And we did play the game against Indiana, who are 21st ranked now, so they definitely are not looking too pretty. And I'm surprised they're still keeping their rank. So the Tulane game's definitely going to have to be a must-play, but we have to play a home game. And I think we should play the Tulane game, and we should play the Army game. Because if we play the Army game, that'll be our 3 regular season games we can jump into, besides the conference title game, and organize everything. So, Epinesa, 3-star gem. That goes to the top there. Feliciano, another 3-star right there. Okay, Embu, who is a 2-star. And let's see. Okay, Siragusa is still in his top 5, and he's in first still. Okay, so you know what? Coach Prestige Championship contender. Okay, so let's actually try and find his pitch. So it could be house call. Let's actually try and find it. And then Quincy Rosso is ready for a visit. And let's get him on for the Army game. Okay, we got that. And then Jock Newton is still in his top 8. Let's actually excel him a little bit. Okay, we just got the pitch there, but did we get it? We got it wrong. Okay. And he's still in his top 5, so we still have a chance to land Tavares Burgess. And then we have all 3 pitches on him. So let's see. Coach stability. Okay. Okay, yeah. It is the clutch. Okay, so let's get that. And then James Deesh is ready for a visit. Let's actually get him on for the FCS game. And we have 2. Okay, so you know what? Let's actually keep that on tap. Because he's still in first. And then Curtis Nesbitt actually rose up. And he's still in his top 8. Really. And then Kofi. Yeah, we got that right. And then Baylor may jump up on us until the top 3. But when's his visit? Okay, the FCS game. So we're going to have to hope that by the FCS game, he's still on our board. Otherwise, we're going to be screwed. And then Oklahoma may jump up on him. So we may lose out on Greg Bush. But we may land Robert Cervenka. Yeah, he's going to commit. Absolutely, he's going to commit. And then Anthony Kite is in his top 5. So let's try and get a hard sell on him. But it's still a good show of progress as we get into this game against South Florida. So I do think that the Army game and the Tulane game are definitely going to have to be the must-play games. Because if we sim through the FCS game and lose, that'll lose up a lot of our guys. But I'm pretty sure we're definitely going to get the win there. Okay, we did get a commit. We did get Robert Cervenka. That's our first 4-star. And we're still in a recruiting battle with Greg Bush. And a lot of the guys reached the top 5 schools. And we did win against South Florida. And Colin Lewis won Defensive Player of the Week. Very nice to see. So let's check the let's actually check the injury report. We'll do that every now and then and see. Okay, so Keeper Sibley has a broken toe. So we've been relying a lot on the pass game with Drew Mestemaker and our receivers. So let's actually check the stats real quick and see where things fall after week 8. 2,141 yards and 17 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. So he's got a 8.5 touchdown per interception ratio. It's pretty damn good. And he's got 2,141 yards, which I don't know if that leads the nation, but we'll in fact see. And Quincy Porter now leads the team in receiving. And that honestly really, really helps. He's got 7 touchdowns, 602 receiving yards. I want to get him over 1,000 yards receiving. That's the main goal here for this season. I do want to have Quincy Porter go over 1,000 yards. As we get into this game against Tulane, we got coaching skills to upgrade, but let's check the recruiting board. Okay, so we got Jacques Newton ready for a visit. Okay, Nesbitt's ready for a visit, and he's second right now. And he'll probably be the last one for the Army game. Okay, we got Jacques Newton ready for a visit, and we have everything locked up right now. So let's actually just try and get the pitch set. So this could be one of our deepest recruiting classes that we've ever had, if we get everybody. So number 4 seed North Texas gets into this game against Tulane, and this will be a for sure play, as it is a very even game. So let's dive right in. All right, Tulane Green Wave. Let's see what you got. Okay, he's actually pressed up, so we'll send Stefanovich on the post to try and cancel out that second high, and then we'll put Porter on the fade to go against that man. Oh, no, he collapsed. Okay. So that puts Stefanovich in a good route there. Made the catch! Nice! But thank God he collapsed on that high safety. And I was able to read that for Stefanovich. Okay. Oh, Porter deep! Come on. Get it, Porter. In the end zone! Oh, he was so close. That was on me. I kind of threw that way too late. I really thought he had him toasted. So we'll see what we can do here on second down. Yep. Ah! No, let's actually put Stefanovich on a streak, and then we're going to have Porter on the... Porter, fade. We're going to have to try and have him collapse over. Okay, yeah, he collapsed. And nothing got open there. Oh, turnover! We're going to be up to the 46. Oh, my God, bro. I forgot the pitch button. Okay, Porter's going to be on that post against that high safety, but we'll see what happens here. Okay, oh, yeah. Wrong button got... Oh! Oh, my God! Landon Sides actually came down with it! Dude, I don't know what happened there. I think it got tipped by the defender, and he just came down with it. Dude, that was actually a great catch by Landon Sides. Okay, now Mestemaker's getting hot again. Okay. Right there for Clarence. And they used a timeout. But, dude, that was some catch there by Landon Sides. As we're going to hit Quincy Porter. Please plow your way through it. He's in. There's my man, Quincy Porter. Okay, they scored, but it's probably going to be all too little too late. We're going to beat Tulane 27-13. And honestly, I do think that's just revenge in real life from when they beat us in the conference title game. Okay, we got Zaire Keenan, 4-star Mike. And okay, Tyrell Burgess... Tavares Burgess is still in his top 3, as we are potentially going to get into the Army game, I think. And there it is, Quincy Porter, yet again, Offensive Player of the Week. 12 catches, 160 yards, and 2 more touchdowns to his credit. And yep, it's the Army game. But they had played 2 less games than us. So if we sim this here, and potentially play our game against FCS Midwest, and dominate, and put on a highlight reel clinic... we could potentially lock up a lot of our 4-stars who are still there, though. I don't know why I had some of our 4-stars in the FCS game, but playing style, playing time, and it's not... okay, it's got to be clocked in. And honestly, we could potentially go after another guy if we really wanted to. Yeah, you know what? Let's actually do it. Let's go after another guy that we could need. Let's actually go for a tackle, and nothing to offer. Sweet. And we'll contact friends and family to get his interest on board. As we get into this game against Army, and we do have coaching skills to upgrade, I think we could sim this one. And then let's just put on a highlight reel clinic against the FCS team. Because we are at home, and we want to get one more ball session done against the FCS team. As we did get another 2-star. And we got Mafu Siragusa. And we lost Greg Bush to Oklahoma. He was so close to committing. Please tell me we won. Okay, we did win, but we dropped down in the rankings. Did somebody get hurt? Hold on, let's see. I thought I saw the overall was mixed up. Let's see the injury report. Let's see. Okay, so nothing to be serious about. Okay, thank God. We do, in fact, check the injury portal every now and then. And then let's actually check our season stats along the way. Okay, Jamerson did, in fact, play 2 games, but he really didn't do anything. But, Mestemaker, 2,700 passing yards, 3 interceptions to 2 touchdowns. Actually, 22 touchdowns. So we definitely want to get him a lot more as the final weeks come by, as we're going to get into this game against FCS Midwest. And I think we're going to play this game in hopes we could get, like, a highlight reel. And we did get Quincy Russo as another 2-star, and we did get Mafu Siragusa, and This guy, we could do social media. We could do DM. Get 40 hours on him. And let's actually look for another tackle, as we did, in fact, lose a guy. Oh, we got a gem in Trevante Teague. Let's go. And what did I say? Deion Shore was a bust, but we did, in fact, get a gem in Trevante Teague as a 3-star. So we got 15 commits on board so far. Let's offer him a scholarship. Let's give him the treatment to raise his stock a little bit. And then we do have 55 hours. Oh my god, no. And Anthony Kite's losing interest to Texas A&M. Okay, we're going to have to ball out for the FCS game. We are going to have to ball out if he's going to commit. And Kofi is losing out on Baylor. So we got Anthony Kite to fight for. We have Kofi Ogbu to fight for. And we have Tavares Burgess to potentially fight for. We have 2 4-stars to fight for. As we potentially destroy FCS Midwest. We're going to put on a highlight reel clinic here. So this will be a highlight reel. So let's get into it in our first game in our home stadium. All right. Here we are at our beautiful turf at North Texas as we prepare to put on a highlight reel film fest against FCS Midwest. Yeah. Let's just hit this guy over the top. Landon sides in for the touchdown. Let's test him deep. And then put Stepanovich on a post. Yeah. Let's test him deep. Get downfield, Quincy Porter. He's got it. What a catch by Quincy Porter. You know what? I could pull like a Kevin Burkhardt commentary segment at some point as Quincy Porter is going to get in for the score. Oh yeah, Stepanovich is open over the middle, and he's got open space! He will go all the way! In my mind, honestly, I think if we just get the 50 burger, we're purposely just stat padding for Drew Mestemaker, as he's just gonna find Dalton Carnes over the middle. He'll go all the way! Yeah, and Jane Bex is gonna crawl in there, ramp up the score a little bit more. I don't know why they subbed him out for a little bit. As we're gonna go on the slant route to Landon sides, and he's got a touchdown there. And Dalton Carnes is open for the touchdown. 21 points in the second quarter. But, yeah, that was a dominating win. And it was definitely convincing to get some recruits on board. And we definitely put up a highlight reel tape, if you ask me. And we got Muhammad Lacombo. We got Kofi. Nice, we got a 4-star running back. We got James Deesh. And we lost that on Teague, and we lost that on Burgess. To rival Tulane. That sucks. But I don't understand why our rank keeps on climbing down for some reason. And we got Muhammad Lacombo at defensive tackle. He's our next 4-star commit. And we also got Kofi Ogbu. We lost as far as Burgess to rival school Tulane. But we did get James Deesh. So we have 5 recruits left. And we did get a commit. We got Jacques Newton, and that was it. But we do at least have a recruiting battle going on for Kite in Texas A&M. We can at least try and swipe him back. We got 7 seed as we get into the Charlotte game, which should be a sim through because we already played the games that we wanted to play for the 2026 season. So we're just going to have to sim through the rest of those. So we are in a recruiting battle for Kite, and Sherry is going to end up committing. So if we beat... Okay, Curtis Nesbitt actually jumped up big time, and he may end up committing for us because he started, like, so down low, but we were able to attain his interest that we were able to lock him up. That is absolutely big. It would be big if we got Kite and we got Nesbitt this week after Charlotte. And this could potentially be one of our deepest recruiting classes we've ever had, as we'll check the overall here for Charlotte. And yeah, this definitely should be an easy win here. Okay. We got Curtis Nesbitt, but did we lose Kite? We did. But did we lose, though? Okay, thank God we ended up winning. I was going to say, I got so scared because we ended up getting one of them. But I was going to say, how could we lost the other one as we get into this game against Rice? So it's 5 4-stars that we got so far. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 3-stars with 2 gems. And then the rest of them being 2 stars to fill out the rest of our board. So so Tulsa may end up stealing away Alfonso Balducci, but we may end up getting Dylan Urbic. Depends on how things fall, and Austin Sherry may end up committing. Okay, he does have all 3 check marks, so we could actually do a sell and swipe him away. So if that's what we're doing, That's what we'll do as we get into the game against Rice, our last game of the year. And we are in line to go 12-0. And we'll do all that before we get into our conference title game. And we're going into our conference title game with one of the deepest recruiting classes we've ever had. As we got Austin Sherry. Was it? Are you serious? Okay, nothing yet, though, on anybody else. Okay, so we went 12-0. So, who do we play in our conference title game? That's the one thing we have to find out. Drew Mestemaker set the single-season passing touchdowns record. If that's not Heisman worthy, I don't know what is. Okay, so we got Tulane. We have our rematch for the conference title. And then we'll take a look at the Heisman watch for a second. And it looks like we're not even in contention this year for the Heisman. Rocco Becht and Ty Simpson. Damn, so we really do have to move conferences if we want to get more attention for the Heisman. The good news is Dave Regis has all three. And, okay, we didn't jump up on Balducci's board. Are we getting close? Okay, we are, in fact, getting close. So we may end up swiping Balducci because of the pipelines. So we will sim ahead and figure things out. Okay, we did get Balducci away. Nice. And that was it so far. Okay. All right, we're going to get into our conference championship game against Tulane, which will be a rematch. All right. On the campus of University of North Texas, we're going to go to war for a conference championship game against Tulane. If we take this pack, we're probably going to go to the Big 12 and we're going to ball there. This could potentially be Drew Mestemaker's last chance to show his contention for the Heisman Trophy. Yep, cut the other way and turn off field, Quincy. Come on. All right, 3rd down and 2. We may just hit Stefanovic open. Yep. There it is. And our tight end is open again. Dude, Stefanovic is coming in clutch. And not to mention our defense is actually doing pretty good this year, too. Hopefully so. But, oh, comeback route. He got it. Nice. Dude, this is my kind of playbook, and this is my kind of team. The air raid pass attacks running too perfect. Oh, my God. Another holding call. What is up with our O-line? I'm actually going to put Stefanovic off the fade. I'm going to put him on a slant. Yep. Oh, he's out of bounds. Really wanted them to playmaker that. All right, 2nd down. I don't know. Porter's going to have the safety brought on him deep. But Stefanovic is going to drop it. Yep, Stefanovic is open. Oh, that throw was so inside. And it's going to roll out the back of the end zone and up to the 20-yard line for him. Oh! We forced a turnover! Okay, so we basically get the ball back exactly almost where we had it. Okay, yeah, they blitzed this corner for that reason. But can he get open? No, screen pass. All right. Find your block. Oh! I just realized Kiefer Sibley is back. That's Kiefer Sibley right there. Sorry, I've been paying attention to my receivers this whole time. I didn't even see that Kiefer Sibley was back in the game as... Okay, he's gonna get dragged down. Okay, no Porter's gonna be on one of the hook routes. Oh, yeah. Why throw the fade when you can hit Stefanovic? Easy touchdown. All right, we're still gonna be up 7-0. Still in the first quarter, though. Oh, yeah. The tight end has to get hot. That's Stefanovic again. I know I'm not doing Quincy Porter any justice with not hitting him, but we're going to have to try and hit him somehow, some way. And I think he got him beat deep. Get downfield, Quincy! Oh, he got it! Holy shit! Quincy Porter! Dude, you are such a monster. We're going to go up 14-0 off that catch. I gotta look back at the tape on that. He literally just jumped over the defender while the ball was behind him and just straight up mossed him. I'm telling you guys, if you get any chance to pick up Quincy Porter, do so in all your dynasties because he's a monster. That is so going on the highlight reel. All right, you know what? I'm probably going to do it again. I'm going to send him on a fade and then hope the safety doesn't collapse over. I think we got him deep again. Quincy Porter's down there. Make the catch. He got it again. Touchdown. Dude, that again was a very clutch play. And he just drive down the field on 2 plays. What the hell, North Texas defense? How could you just give that up after we just had 2 monster plays with Quincy Porter? All right, the pitch out to Sibley is not going to go anywhere. You know what? I'm going to see if it's open one more time. If not, I'm going to hit Sibley in the backfield. All right, the safety claps over. Actually, Stefanovic is open. There he is. First down. Dude, he's already got 200. He's already got 3 touchdowns. I think he's got 203 yards passing. I'm telling you, this Drew Mestemaker build was probably one of the best ideas I ever had for a dynasty rebuild. If I'm going to turn North Texas into a national champion, it has to be with Drew Mestemaker, because that's how much of a dog he is. And the fact that we can hold on to him for like 3 more years on top of this year, it's really, really sick. I'm not going to lie with you. Okay, yeah, the safety's not going to be there. And we're going to hit... Oh, he dropped it. I thought we had Carnes. So it looks like we're going to be the 6th seed of the playoff, and we're going to have to play host Ole Miss in the college football playoff. And Stefanovic is wide open. I'm telling you, our tight end's been our dark horse all year long. Okay, yeah, that's a bad read, but still doesn't matter. Quincy Porter has his 3rd. And not to mention we get this duo. Drew Mestemaker, the Quincy Porter, for all 3 years that he's here. That is incredible to think about. All right, so, yeah. Oh, he lost the football. Pick it up. And we went out the back of the end zone. That ain't good at all, as they scored off of it right away. Dude, that punt, though, was something. We fumbled, and we ended up giving up a safety. And it's just not pretty. Okay. Yep. Porter's open, and Mestemaker, I know his fact is getting tired. I can see it in his stamina meter here. Yeah, I can see it in his stamina meter. He's getting tired. So I think we're probably going to have to put the backup QB in if he gets another one. Okay, he can roll out. Okay. Yeah, why did we throw a pick there? That was a bad read. Oh, no, but the gauge, though, is so bad. I guess the wear and tear is bad. All right. Yep. Let's go, Landon Sides. Hold that in. Okay, yeah, he collapsed over on that corner route without knowing that I was going to throw that. I saw the corner literally just stand still on Quincy Porter. You know what? If he's not tired, I'm going to send him deep off the safety. Yeah, I think we got him. I think we got him beat. Quincy Porter! Oh, I thought we had it. But it doesn't matter. It's 3rd down and 21, so we got to look for something open here. Yeah, they brought the pressure. It was not great. We can't mess around now. This is our conference title game. We can't mess around now. We have the lead, and we just got to keep a hold of it. We just got to keep a hold of it with our defense. Come on now. Oh, my God. They actually held up, but we're pinned at the 9-yard line, and we can't back up any further. So we're going to have to get an open running lane here for Sibley, and he's got an open running lane. Nice blocks from Quincy Porter, though. And it looks like he did put in Jimerson at quarterback because he did get a little bit tired. But if that's the case, we're going to have to run it with Kiefer Sibley here. And I think this is going to be the end of the game for Drew Mestemaker. I mean, he'll definitely come back and be ready to go for the college football playoff. But he definitely balled out, and he definitely had a great game. By all means. That means we can always get Kiefer Sibley some highlights to look forward to as we try and seal up the American Conference title. Oh, he got an inside block, but he didn't get further. Well, that's a great block. Okay, way to hold up. All right, we got the first down, and you know what? Let the clock run down. We're going to go down to the 2-minute warning. They used all their timeouts, and we're just going to kneel it out and win our conference title. How's that sound for everybody? Yep, and it's saying to kneel it out. And I don't know why we have one more play to run, but we'll see and find out why. And yeah, Sibley just got ran over. And you know what? Fine. If Jamerson wants to get a pass off, he can get a pass off. I don't care. Yep. And okay, that's fine. Well, I mean, they have no timeouts to really do anything, and they're down by 12 points. So I don't see why they can't punt. Maybe score a touchdown and recover an onside kick, but I don't know. We'll see. And they couldn't do anything. We are American Conference champions. Your 2026 North Texas Mean Green are your American Conference champions, as we just knocked off Tulane 28-16. And for that, we actually get our revenge from the 2025 season where they actually won the conference title in real life. And there you see it, the American Conference Trophy. And there the MVP, Drew Mestemaker. The human QB highlight reel, Drew Mestemaker. You don't need to manage any staff, as we are going to sim ahead and figure out who won the Heisman Trophy, because I'm pretty sure Rocco Becht may have that in the bag, as we did get Dylan Urbick And Quincy Porter, 3 touchdowns off of 5 catches. That's great showing by him. We won Bear Bryant Coach of the Year. Great job by me. And Jordan Davis won Coordinator of the Year award. That's our offensive coordinator. And holy crap, Luke Kromenhoek from FIU won the Heisman Trophy. How the hell did that happen? As we're going to host Texas Tech in the college football playoff. So, obviously, we're going to play these games. And even if we lose, it really doesn't matter. Because we hosted a playoff game. I mean, if we win, it would be great. But we're going to have to go into a second-round game with potentially against one of the best teams in the league. And we're probably going to end up losing. So, you know what? We'll just write it out and have a great run. Potentially in the college football playoff. As we get into this game against Texas Tech. Atlanta sides is open again, and we're not going to get anywhere. That's a timeout. We can hit Stepanovich on the post. And you know what? We're just going to send Sibley in pass protection just to try and get an extra blocker. It's going to have to be Porter on the in route. Do not collapse over. All right. We have 50 seconds left. Let's keep running the hurry-up tempo. Oh, yeah. Wide open is Dalton Carnes. Touchdown, North Texas. So we at least did get a score, though, and we do get the ball back to start the second half. So that drive was absolutely big for us. And Kiefer Sibley is going to get that drive started off big. Oh, I thought we had an inside cut, but we didn't. Yeah, the corner is going to blitz. Quincy Porter. Nice catch. Get out of bounds. Okay, it's starting to show that this Texas Tech defense is starting to slow down a little bit. All right. Oh, okay, that pressure was there. I mean, if we want to do well against teams like Clemson, we really have to dial it up in the pass game. And that's why Quincy Porter's right there to make that catch, and he's going to get 9. All right, so you know what? I think, you know what? Where's Stefanovich at? Okay, we can motion him out to the side of the run, so we can have an extra blocker there. Oh, yeah, we got it. Sibley! Okay, no, Porter's hurt! I wonder what it is, though. But at least we have our 2 receivers plus Stefanovich. We can actually make this a team effort. As we're going to hit Stefanovich. He gets the first down, but I wonder what Porter's down with. A pectoral strain. All right, so we're going to be down our best receiver possible. And just dump it off. It's going to be 2nd and 6. But Porter is that tough, saying that he is going to return soon, though. So we're going to hit Stefanovich potentially on a drag. Yep. Stefanovich, get upfield! He's so close! Damn it, we're up to the half-yard line. All right, we're going to have to give it, potentially. Yeah, we have to give it. Cut back! And you're close again! Okay, let's change up the formation. Let's go goal line. And then, I don't think fullback dive's possible. We're not on a pro style like North Dakota State. We're going to have to sneak it here. Yeah, we're at the half-yard line. And we got him with Mestemaker. That's an easy QB sneak. Oh my god, are you serious? They punted it at the 1. You know what? We're going to run goal line D in hopes we can get some blockers up front. And it's at the quarter-yard line. Yeah, good thing we're running this. Yeah, it's a good thing we're running this off a goal line formation. And you know what? Because it worked out one time, we're going to do it again off at this formation. We're going to run to the inside. Come on, find your holes, Jaden Becks. All right, we're fine. Okay, good news is that Quincy Porter's back in, but the bad news is I don't want to target him as much as he's coming off of a pectoral strain. So we're going to have to find something else to work here. And good thing we have Stefanovich over the top. Yeah, let's try and run speed option to the short side. Maybe the... Yeah, he crashed. All right. Come on. Come on, Sibley. All right, Porter did in fact come out. Oh, the corner is open. Oh, I got the hand in there. So, I guess the defense really did do a lot of their scoring. I mean, we did give up a pick 6. Yeah, made the tackle. Come on now. Let's go. Oh, no, they scored a touchdown. Damn. All right, we got to find a way to score here. Otherwise, we are duped. We're going to take the screen pass. And Sibley is going to go up to the 35. You know what? Says it is before the 2-minute warning. We can always try to run down some clock and give them way less time possible. That's a great block, though, by Stefanovich. And we're going to get the first down off of that. Dude, our tight end's been so clutch all day long. Is he got a block from Landon Sides? That's Stefanovich for a first down. Yeah, that draw wasn't the right call, I feel like. Wait, landed sides on the comeback. That's a perfect throw. And we got a first down. Oh, we could have Lewis on the comeback route here, but oh, the corner collapsed over. Never mind. Oh, that okay. Thank God that wasn't a pick. Second down and 10. We just have to make a smart throw potentially to any route that's open here. Okay, Sibley, come on, run over a guy. Oh, you're at the 1 and you're hurt now. Beautiful ball. That's Dalton Carnes for the lead. Oh my God, I think they turn it over. If we can pick up a couple more first downs, it's gonna be over. We're gonna get a playoff win. That's a good peelback block. And that makes them use their timeouts. So if we run them down to all 3 and pick up a first down, it's going to be over. Oh! Oh my God! He actually just got around the defense. Please go. Dive! Oh, you're so close. I don't understand why we're running hurry up here, because I do think it's going to be a waste of a timeout. But I do think if we can just showboat and score, we're going to be up 35-24. And that'll probably secure a first round win. Yep. We're going to win 35-24 against Texas Tech and move on to the second round against Clemson, which will probably be our toughest matchup. So we did at least win a at-home playoff game, but this next game is going to be in a neutral site, as we are going to have to play against Clemson. And there it is, Drew Mestemaker, single season passing yards. So I'm going to have to look back at the total stats, and he set the passing touchdowns record too for the American. And I don't know, what is this now? Okay, yeah, we won a college football playoff game. Yeah, that was for the first round. Don't need to make any staff moves. So we're going to just get into our second game of the playoff against Clemson, because this game is where it really counts. Neutral sites, and Dalton Carnes won Offensive Player of the Week for the American. And we're going to go to the Fiesta Bowl to go against Clemson. Now, to be completely honest, I am scared for this one. Because if we lose here, we're out of the playoff, but we can do another year. And gives us another chance for Mestemaker to win the Heisman. Yeah. We tried our best here against Clemson, and it really didn't pan out as well, as we go down 31-13. And we'll go into next year with potentially one of the deepest recruiting classes in the nation by far. I mean, it's a good sign for the future for this North Texas team. And for Quincy Porter, I do think it was worth it, because he does have a sophomore quarterback as a partner in crime, potentially, to go off of for the next several years to come. They'll enter their junior season together, and they'll enter their senior year together, so they have potential to get drafted into the NFL. The Georgia Bulldogs become national champions after they beat Michigan. And thank God for Georgia for beating Clemson, because if any team would beat us and win the title, it's just embarrassing. So we'll sim ahead to the players leaving, and we'll figure out who goes. Okay, and Coy Parrish is going to go into the go into the pro draft in round 1, so we're definitely going to have to get strong safety. But we will try to convince Sibley to stay. He did! We got Kiefer Sibley. We do have another running back in Kofi to back ourselves on, so kicking Jimerson. Okay, yeah, we need another quarterback. But Terrell Washington, not been persuaded. Oh, after a high chance of playing style. Damn, that is bad. All right, Brandon Young. Yeah, he decided to stay at least. But you know what? Screw it. Let's try to convince Bex to stay. Okay, yeah. Why not? And anybody leaving? No, nobody named Quincy Porter or Drew Mestemaker, at least. Thank God. All right, now we go to the portal class. Looking for an awful lot to work with. So we'll get into the transfer portal class, and we'll figure things out from here as we get into 2027. All right, so the draft results, it's going to be Coy Parrish. Yep, Coy Parrish goes into the first round as a free safety in the NFL draft. A very talented prospect. So we're definitely going to have to get a free safety here with 1,050 recruiting hours to use up. And down our board, we have 2 more guys that need to sign, and both of which are 3 stars. So we're going to have to schedule visits with each of them. What do we need out of the transfer portal? Okay, we can't get Joseph Williams, but hold on. Could we get Michael Ford? Oh, we can. Oh my God. Again, the playing style is just bad for him. That is not great. So let's see. We did get Nick Caesar, so we got all of our high schoolers. We got DJ Pickett. CJ Johnson. Nice, strong safety. We got Javid Brown. Chauncey Bowens, that's a good pickup. Landon Danley, that's a good strong safety. Ryder Treadway, nice, we kept first place. And oh my god, we lost Strickland to Tulane. We did get a board of 31 total recruits. And we did get, we basically just got a full board. American and find our rank 23rd. So we edged out Tulane for the best recruiting class. We got 7 4-stars, 12 3-stars, and 12 2-stars. So that honestly was huge for us on our end. And we jumped up to a 3-star prestige by the end of it all. And we're probably going to be the 20th. No, wait. We're the 18th team in the nation. What are we doing? All right, so let's get the position changes out of the way. So we're going to have Chauncey Bowens be our starting running back at an 88, and then Kiefer Sibley as our backup. And then wide receivers, Quincy Porter, Ryder Treadway, and Terrence Lewis. So let's see his training results. Okay, and Quincy Porter has become our highest overall player at a 91, while Chauncey Bowens is also a 91. Drew Mestemaker, he's sitting at an 89 overall for his junior season. So we have 91 Quincy Porter, 82 Ryder Treadway, and 77 Terrence Lewis. And 79 left tackle, 83 left guard, 78 center, 77 right guard, and 78 left tackle. But I don't know, safeties too. So 78 free safety, 81 strong safety. Kicker went up to a 73. And if I'm being honest, do you think we should move conferences for 2027? So because it looks like, because the Big 12 is actually looking like some tough competition. And if we've raised our stakes a little bit and moved, you know what? I think we should write it out for one more year in the American. See if we get any better with the ratings and whatnot. And then go from there. And we are up to a 79 overall team as we get into the 2027 season with more recruiting hours, as we did in fact increase our prestige. We did beat Texas Tech at home before. So let's actually schedule some top 25 games. Let's actually schedule some top 25 teams that we can actually beat. I think we could schedule a rematch against Indiana. And we'll be home for that one. We'll be at Texas Tech, and then we want some tough competition on our hands. And then not Ohio State, not Penn State, but 14th ranked SMU. Yeah, we could definitely beat them. We'll take on SMU, and then everything else sort of stayed the same. Okay, so we at least have some ranked matches in here to build our top 25. And then let's set up the recruiting board once again. So we do at least have a feel of how many recruits are interested. All right, so now let's go to the interest rates, and let's start scouting. And oh my god, Nick Alfonso is our first bust. Right away. And we got another one in Percy Sahara. Oh, we got a 4-star gem in Alex McLeese. Oh, Garrison Barfield is another bust. Come on, when is there gonna be gems coming? We have so little hours to use. Come on. Where are the gems at? And another bust? Come on, Jorge Cage. Oh, finally, we get a gem at right guard, Gabe Toncho. Yeah, it looks like we're not going to have enough to scout anybody else. We just got 3 more left tackles left to scout. But I do think with the scholarships, it's going to increase their interest in a little bit. So we actually ended up getting, I think it was 3 gems. Or 2 gems, I'm not entirely sure. I think we got 2 gems, but we'll check the recruiting board again and figure that out as we open up the season in week 0 against Texas Tech. Oh, 4-star left tackle, Jay House. And another 4-star left tackle, Phil Brownlee. Wow, so I could put 1 at each spot. Why not? All right, so we do have 6 favorites, including 4 gems that we can track down. So let's start giving out some hours. Let's see how many we can give to our favorites. All right, so we took care of all of our favorites. Now, let's sort again by interest rate and give out the standard package to those who are interested first. Top 5 placement can also get standard package too. Depends on who else is available. All right, so who else can I give the hours to? So let's give it to Terrence Lehan. We have enough hours to spread it out very evenly. From what it looks like now, all we can do is hope and pray that we beat Texas Tech. So let's check our schedule and figure out which games that we should play, depending on how things are. So we start out at a 79 overall And we're going to be on national TV for this game against Texas Tech. So I think we do play this game. Then we're going to, depending on the overall, play against Indiana. And again, depending on the overall, play against SMU. Because the rest of these American Conference teams are not it right now. We're going to have to pick and choose our games wisely, depending on what already happened. So we'll get into this game against Texas Tech, and we'll go from there. All right. On the campus at Texas Tech University, it's our opening day for North Texas taking on Texas Tech in a top 25 game. And Quincy Porter has 10 targets, Treadway with 7, Lewis with 5, Stephanovich with 6. I'm telling you, Drew Mestemaker loves to give the ball to everybody. We're going to have him win the Heisman Trophy. We're going to have to use everybody in this offense. It doesn't matter if it's in the run game, if it's in the passing game. It really doesn't matter. As Chauncey Bowens breaks off a tackle at first, but he gets up to the 3. And you know what? Out of the RPO, we actually should have Stephanovich. No. In. Okay. And did he haul it? No, he didn't. But one of their guys got hurt. Okay, their defense is mostly spread out. All right, we'll see. And no, he didn't get it 4th and inches. Okay, there's no risk in going goal line against a team that big. Might as well just take the points. If he doesn't miss the kick! Okay, we got it back anyway, so it's not going to be a huge problem. But Drew Mestemaker is our main character here. We want him to be the star. As Bowens gets 1 there. Now let's see how Chauncey Bowens is in the pass game. Because why not? Actually, give it to Treadway. He picks up a first down, breaks off a tackle. All right, he's up to the 30. And, oh, Terrence Lewis. Okay, that's a good grab. And they call the timeout. And there's nobody on Terrence Lewis, and Porter is on man coverage on him. Okay, yeah. Dump it off to the bubble for Terrence Lewis. Get out of bounds. Okay, that's a first down. F slide here. We can hopefully hit Porter on the comeback, but there is 2 high safeties. So we could hit Terrence Lewis, or we could possibly hit Chauncey Bowens out of the backfield. Oh, nice comeback route by Porter. Oh, I thought he could have the catch there. Oh, yeah. Ryder Treadway. He's got it. And we're going to go up 38-15 as we get the ball back with 2:12 left. And it was a turnover because we are in their territory. Okay, so you know what? I'm going to have Treadway running in and then have Porter go up and then run the streak. I think he may have both guys beating coverage. Oh, Quincy Porter's a monster. I tried to tell you. We're going to go on 45-15 on Texas Tech. And we got the ball back. Yo, I'm telling you, Quincy Porter is a legit monster. I proved that to you in the conference championship game in the last season. Now, he's just putting it on full display. This duo is like going to be monstrous for years to come. If the ratings don't shoot up with this team because of these two, I don't know what will happen come the playoff. And Stephanovich so close. It's going to be 30 inches. I legitimately can't believe how monstrous of a team this is right here. As come on, Quincy, don't go backwards, Quincy. We pick up the even if we don't pick up the first year, it's not that big of a deal, and we got it anyway, so it's gonna be over. We're gonna kneel out the clock, and we're gonna beat Texas Tech 45-15 in dominating fashion as we kick off 2027 with a huge bang. That's how the year should be starting. We'll take a look at the race every 3 games we play and figure out how things go. Okay, so it's looking like the recruiting board's looking nice. And we still are the 20th ranked team as we get into FCS Midwest, which is definitely going to be a sim game. We're just going to sim ahead past FCS Midwest. Okay, everybody's in first except for Darkwa here. And we're going to go 2-0 to start the year. And we're going to have the bye week coming up. And we're going to figure out what the recruiting board will look like come the bye week. And we still got 10 hours. Okay, so Alex McLeese here is ready for a visit. And we do have the hours to schedule that. And he is in first place. But the only same-tier opponents are Indiana and Army. Since he's in first place, I'm going to put him on for later. I'm going to put him on for the Army game. Who knows? The trend may change, though, depending on what the records look like by the end of the season. Oh, we don't have enough hours. All right, so we're going to have to soft sell it. And anybody else enter the top 5? Yeah, LaMarcus Crum here. We can schedule this. So let's book him for the Indiana game. So we would have to soft sell it here like that. And then put the other hours on that. Anybody else? No. Alright, nobody else dropped out. So our board's looking pretty good here so far as we sim through the bye week and figure things out. I think the Indiana game may definitely be a play depending on what the overalls are looking like. Oh, alright. So everybody's reaching their top 5, but we do have a full recruiting board, so we don't have many hours to pay attention to as many guys. As we get into 19th ranked Indiana, I think this is going to be another game to play at home. So this will be fun. Okay, it looks like Jay House is ready for a visit, one of our gems. And there is no compliment. He isn't first. So let's book him for the bye week on week 9. And we know exactly what his pitch is. So let's get that on tap here with the soft sell, since he isn't first. Damian Jones is ready for a visit. Let's book him for the Charlotte game. And again, we know what his pitch is. So, honestly, as much as we like to take off the friends and family package, it is saving some hours for the visit scheduling from what it looks like. Okay, he is a competitive with Damian Jones. We don't want to book that. So let's book Lehan for the Rice game. Get him in a lot sooner. So playing style is his deal breaker. And we know all 3, but the problem is the lack of hours is getting to us. So let's do a soft sell on whatever his case is. It is standard bearer. And do social media. Anybody else? Yeah. Man, everybody's getting in on visits now. But then again, we do have 26 recruits, but the impact that comes with the visits may be able to influence some guys somewhat. Okay, so let's check the overviews and see if we can figure out exactly who's pulling away and who's not. Oh! Okay, Phil Brownlee. I think that win over Indiana is going to feel so good for him because we're playing the other team that offered him. Okay, so that's everybody's hours. So if anybody drops out, it's their fault. And I do think Indiana, as a top 25 game, is a must play. And you know what? Let's make this our blackout game. All right, Indiana. This time, on our home turf. You're coming to our house this time. We beat you on your turf. Now we got to beat you on ours. Oh, yeah, nice cut back by Sibley. I think he's gone. Get a stiff arm on him. Nice. We're going to get down to the 37. Oh, yeah. He's open downfield. Terrence Lewis. Oh, 37. Up to the 7-yard line. It's a good pickup of 30 there. But not good enough for the end zone here. But we still have 4:17 left. And I think Mestemaker thought he had a running lane, but he doesn't now. I really just realized we just sacked Alberto Mendoza 4 times. And that's the first time he sacked Mestemaker all game. And we're going to hit Lewis. Come on, catch that, please. 3rd down and goal. We got to get a little bit closer to the goal line. Oh, I thought they sent them. Come on, hold on to it, Stepanovich. All right, you know, we're in range. We're just going to take our points. Yeah, up the gut. We're going to go up 27-21. Hope they don't score. And they don't! Okay, so we can increase our lead. 21 first downs compared to our 7. Compared to their 7. That's actually a really interesting stat. Okay, yeah, just get rid of it. Okay, set the blitz on everybody. Yeah, just get it off. Make the catch, please. And they used a timeout. On 2nd down, they used a timeout? Pretty weird. I thought they would call a timeout on 3rd down before the 2-minute warning, but that's a very weird call if you ask me. Porter, can we? Oh, I thought he could hold on. And it's gonna go out. Ooh, that's a great punt. We're backed up to the 3. And they gave it up. So they have 2 timeouts left. So all we need is a 1st down, and we can ice this game. Oh, yeah. Porter may ice it. He iced it. We're going to win the game. But if he hadn't gotten out of bounds, we would have ran through their timeouts. So you know what? We're just going to run the football. Make them use their timeouts and just ice it. Yep, and that's Chauncey Bowens. Keep it in bounds. No! No injury timeouts. Come on, just make them use their timeouts and just ice this game here. Okay, there's one of them. You know, I don't even understand why we're even throwing the football to begin with. Like, if we're going to be having to make them use their timeouts, like, why are we even throwing the ball? Okay, that's their last one. Now, if we kick a field goal, we're going to go up by 9. And then we're going to be up by 2 possessions. And there it is. We're going to go up by 9 with that field goal. Oh, okay. Okay, thank God. Thank God. We're going to win by 2. We're going to beat Indiana by 30-28 in a very close game. Okay, not the best game that Drew Mestemaker's had. We just got to clean it up going forward. And we got to keep watching the Heisman race as we go on through the season. So let's sim ahead and see what our recruiting board's looking like after that game against Indiana. It was a very messy game, but we just got to clean it up. And we'll look at the Heisman watch, too. As nobody's bet out yet, but we're expecting it to happen. As Rice is coming up. So let's keep a watch of the Heisman. Okay, looks like George McIntyre is leading it. And Croman Hoke is in it again. And then Bryce Underwood. And Mario Peppers. Yeah, 11 touchdowns to 3 picks. And honestly, we just have to clean it up. If we really want to get anything going this season, as we're potentially going to get into conference play. As we get into this game against Rice. And, okay, a couple of our gems are ready to go for visits from what it looks like. This guy, Aflava, has competitive, so let's book him sooner. Let's get him on for Charlotte. So I'm going to take my best guess as to what the pitch is, because what offers both conference prestige and playing style. So it could be Gamer. It also could be Standard Bearer, which offers the better grade. So I'm going to take a shot at that. And then Toncho is ready for a visit, and he has a complimentary with both of them on the bye week. And we know what his pitch is, so let's get that done. But did we get J House right? We did. So with the hour, oh no, wait, we still don't have hours. God. Okay. See, this is what sucks about not having hours. Is that you have to risk losing interest on some guys to put some attention on guys that are already in their top 5. And if you have to cut ties with anybody, you have to cut ties. Okay, we at least got this guy right. So we want to secure J House. I think the gem is our top priority. So you know what? We should try and secure J House right there. And then do that. And you know what? Let's keep social media on Alex McLeese and do a hard sell on that. Okay, we don't know exactly what his cases are, so we'll leave him be for right now. And LaMarcus Crum is in his top 3. We did get this sell right, though. So I think we'll put all the eggs in the basket with this hard sell on LaMarcus Crum. Sim pass this game against Rice, and then we will go from there. Okay, turns out we didn't have to cut ties with anybody, as we did beat Rice. So I think the game against SMU is coming up, and Ryder Treadway won Offensive Player of the Week. That's actually very nice here. Yep, the SMU game's coming up, and they are 1-3 somehow. What's their overall like? I want to check that. Okay, so it's a very even matchup. So you know what? I think this is a game that we are going to have to play, and we're going to have to sim the rest of the American games, because we did book a lot of top 5s, top 25s in this schedule here. And if anybody could potentially raise their interest on any of the hard sells as we get into this game against SMU, which I definitely think will be a play. And the final play game for the season. All right, SMU. It's time to show me something here. This game is going to be pretty tough, but if I'm going to be honest, if anybody can do it, it's us. As we are going to get the ball second, and they scored on their first drive. Wait, oh, way to pick up your block. Okay, we got the right receiver, and that's Terrence Lewis. Okay, way to stay in bounds for the first. Honestly, if we got to share the ball with everybody, we're going to have to. As Quincy Porter, ooh, way to keep the feet in. And Stepanovich right there. He's going to be open for a first down. 3 passes for Drew Mestemaker, 3 catches, and 3 first downs. Okay, so you know what? I'm going to have him run a streak, see if he can get open. Oh, no, they contested him. All right. So, yeah, just give it off. Okay, yeah. Mestemaker, just run it. You have wide open running room. Drew Mestemaker, he's going to take it all the way. Not only do you got to do it with your arm, you got to do it with your feet. And I think we just got a turnover. I think we just did. Because we're in their own territory. Oh, nope. Yeah, that's a great adjustment by the corner. And he's going to take it for a pick 6. You have got to be kidding me. Okay, that's a great catch there by Stepanovic, though. We got to make up for it. Man, up though on Treadway. Oh, yeah. That's a perfect ball for Porter. Oh, I thought he could get out in open space. All right, that's fine. The sooner their offense gets on the field, the more tired they're going to be. And Yep. Good ball for Lewis. Okay. Oh, okay. That's a decent cut. Yeah, they played man up. But, oh, yeah, Mestemaker has a wide open running lane. He's got 2 rushing touchdowns. Let's go, Drew. Oh, are you kidding me? They scored again, and we're going to have to do it again here because we're going to get the ball back to start the second half. And we're going to have to score again if we want to do something here. Okay, no, yeah. God! That was why did we even throw that? Okay, they kicked the field goal, but, like, Jesus, what is with all the turnovers? And you're dropping these hitch routes. What is going on? Okay, yeah. Nothing is open. Yeah, we're just going to throw up something and contest it. Oh, yeah. Lewis got overthrown. I tried to change the route for Quincy Porter to run the fade, but we just didn't get anything off of it. Okay, okay. Oh, yeah. Treadway. Yes! Made the catch. All right, first down. We do have 2 timeouts, though, so you know what? We're just going to run the hurry up and just wait to use them until we cross enemy territory. Wait, I think we just cut it for a Stepanovic. Okay, we're in bounds, though. We're going to run it that way. Yep, Lewis. All right, we're in enemy territory. Use our first timeout with 35 seconds left. Yep, take it to the inside for Treadway. All right, keep the tempo going. You know what? If we get up to the at least of 10 or the 15, we can call our next time. We can call our final timeout. Right there. Nice. Okay, I think we're out of bounds, though. So you know what? Yeah, we were out of bounds, so we can save our timeout. Oh, yeah, they blitzed him. Yeah, we're going to change the route and have Stepanovic on a slant instead of that hitch route. Yeah, just get rid of it, dude. I'm telling you, our line is not holding up the way it should. All right, third down here. I know, bad way to throw across your body, but you dropped that! Come on! Yeah, we don't have time to go for the end zone here. We just got to kick a field goal with 6 seconds left. All right, right down Broadway. We're going to be down by 7, but we should get the ball back. And we do. Okay, so we have a chance to tie it. Oh, yeah. It's going to be a holding penalty. Come on! I'm telling you, these linemen honestly don't want me to have a good game here, I guess. All right. Wait, Terrence Lewis is open. Run after catch. Oh, way to hold on to that. Let's go. Way to hold on to that, Terrence. Porter. Nice. All right, first down. He's got 209 passing yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. Not passing touchdowns, remember. He leads the league in passing yards. Okay. Porter. Just don't drop it now. Nice. If we could score early, that would be big. Yeah, they underestimated Porter. And he's got another one. All right, keep the ball going here. This time we're going to run the RPO. Oh, they didn't cover the bubble. Let's go! Terrence Lewis! All right, we just tied the game right there. And they gave it away. Okay, so we're going to be tied. Half the amount of time left in the 4th quarter. So we just got to keep the tempo going here. Stepanovic. Okay, that's fine. And you know what? Keep the tempo going. Because why not? Our offense may be getting tired, but guess what? I don't care. The hurry-up offense is working. Okay. He undercut the backer. Let's go, Quincy Porter. Get upfield. Run somebody over. All right, we're going to get to the 47. And if Mestemaker has to light it up in the pass game just to clean things up around here and even his stats up, he in fact will. Because he's that guy. And Quincy Porter is also that guy. We're going to stat pad here. We have to run right side. Wait. Lewis. Let's go! He got open! He's in! That's his 2nd touchdown! Oh my god. We're actually doing really good right now so far. We have the lead, and it's not even the 4th quarter, and they turn it over. So we're in the red zone now. Okay. Cervenka! Oh, come on. Please make a catch. Okay, yeah, let's run the stick here. Let's get Quincy Porter. Let's see if we can get Quincy Porter a score here. All right, they definitely undercut him. Quincy Porter. Reach forward, buddy. Okay, you got up to the 2 there. Anything here for Porter? Can we get an RPO here? Okay, no, we can't. Wait, if we can get a blocker here either. They cover the bubble, but not stepping over. He's gonna be in. We're gonna pad the lead even further, and they punt it again. It's just another reason to stat pad for Drew Mestemaker. We're up 38-24. As long as we keep playing clean.
Oh, no.
Nope, never mind. Never mind. Please tackle him. Okay. Okay, well, they scored off it, but they missed the 2-point. Okay, this is going to be some game if they come back. Mestemaker already has 3 picks. This is not going to be a good of a game towards his record book, as we're going to hit Lewis over the top here. Oh, yeah. Quincy Porter. He cut down on his route. All right. Let's get it, Quincy. I see you. But no, Mestemaker has 5 touchdowns to his credit. We need to double the amount of touchdowns that he does picks if you want any shot to get the Heisman here. Okay. That's Terrence Lewis. Nice catch there. Oh, but he just got driven hard. Yep. Lewis again. He's been hot for us. All right, we got the first down off that. Okay, yeah, they blitzed the backer. Oh, I thought we could have Ryder Treadway. I mean, if we can run the halfback screen with Sibley out of the mesh concept, I think we'll be... I don't know if it'll work, but we're just got to trust the process here. Okay, we got our blocks out in front. Okay, yeah, and Sibley, way to pick up the first down. Okay, we got a flood corner here for Stepanovic from what it looks like. But we're going to hit Quincy Porter. Nice throw! Nice catch! Oh, I thought he had the ball to the goal line! You know what, we're going to go goal line formation. Okay, he is that close, so we can run a QB sneak with Mestemaker and get him his 3rd touchdown rushing. Oh, but you're... Oh, okay, they called a timeout. Oh, no, why? Why? Okay, let's try the power out. We're gonna get Bowen's one here, if we can. We got Bowen's one. Okay, so we're gonna go up big here. Okay, 37. Do we kneel it out here? Okay, we can't yet. They have 2 timeouts. So we're gonna have to run it out a couple of times and pick up a first down. Then the game can be over. Pitched out for Bowens. He has the open field. Oh, but he got out of bounds. So we're just gonna have to take the inside zone run, hoping we can get the first. And we do on that play. Chauncey Bowens is gonna seal the game. Potentially on that. We got a first down. And we're gonna kneel it out and we're gonna ice this game. We're gonna beat SMU 45-37 in what was probably the messiest game that Mestemaker's played. Well, let's check the stats real quick for Drew Mestemaker. So let's see. Mestemaker. Yeah, he had 3 touchdowns passing and 3 picks. And then he had 2 rushing touchdowns on the ground. And then who led? It was Terrence Lewis and Isaac Stepanovic leading the way in the receiving game, but Quincy Porter with 171 receiving yards. And then we got to see how many passing yards did Mestemaker have. He had 413 passing yards. He did have 5 touchdowns in this game, so we're going to have to clean up our act here as we play our conference teams. And Rector locked us out, and Shaquem Keaton locked us out. But we are, in fact, an A-plus championship contender, as we did get the win against some top 25 teams this year, as Shamaje Burrell won Defensive Player of the Week. And we're going to get into conference play. So I think, okay, so Kumar reached his top 5. So we can at least get some visits on board. And he'll be the last one for the Charlotte game. And still, he has no check marks on hand. But I think with the amount of X marks we have, we could try and guess a soft sell. So anything that has playing style. So it could be team player. It's not campus personality. It could be gamer. It's not standard bearer. I think gamer offers the better grade, so we're going to try and offer that. But everybody else is staying in sync here. But Washington may jump up on us here for Afalava here. Okay, so we're going to schedule a visit. We're going to put him on for the South Florida game. And we know what his pitch is. So we could soft sell on his end. Okay, so I think as long as we secure everybody at the top of our board, I think we will be fine going into the weeks to come. Because the more I believe we cut ties with certain players, the more hours we're going to pick up. As we're going to get into this game against Army as the 11th ranked team in the nation. Oh my god, Army's overall actually went up a decent amount. But let's just cross our hearts and hope and pray. Okay, we did get a commit. And it is Alex McLeese, our gem. And we also get Terrence Lehan. But I did think with those commits, we definitely won the game here. Let's hope we did. Yep, we won. Because how else did we able to land those commits there? As we get into Charlotte. And we were able to pick up our 4-star here, Alex McLeese. And Terrence Lehan, our 4-star receiver. We should be able to get the win here. Yeah, we definitely should. But meantime, let's check the Heisman race. Okay, looks like Chrome and Hoke is at it again. 2,147, 22 passing touchdowns. And Julian Lewis and DJ Lagway entered the conversation. Brady Hart entered the conversation. But Julian Lewis, 28 touchdowns to no interception. Holy. Okay, so we're going to have to pull out a miracle. But let's check the team stats. Okay, Mestemaker has 19 touchdowns to 6 interceptions, but damn, Mestemaker 2,280, but Julian Lewis, what did he have, 2,800 passing yards? No, 28 touchdowns to no picks, but what did Julian Lewis, what was his passing yards? 1,800, okay, so yeah, we are definitely one of the nation's leaders in passing yards from what it seems like. So, we're going to have to, obviously, clean up the act along the way and avoid getting more than 6 picks. But we're gonna obviously have to get more passing touchdowns. Okay, we did get Damian Jones, and we got locked out on Westmoreland, but we did have a recruiting battle with Washington. Okay, we did beat Charlotte, and Chauncey Bowens actually got Offensive Player of the Week. Okay, so the run game kind of took over there as we get into UAB. Okay, we got more hours to spend here. It's sad to say we got locked out on Westmoreland, but Sergio Avery is ready for a visit. He has no compliments. So you know what? Let's get Duke Hyde a shot. And let's get Denario Dye a shot. And then we can do a soft here on whatever his pitch is. Yeah, it's Conference Legend. Oh, we got primetime player wrong. No wonder why there was a penalty. Oh my god, that is bad. And brand exposure is his deal breaker, so we're going to have to pull a soft sell on whatever else it could be. So it's not primetime player. What else could it be? So it is house call. And we scheduled a visit too, so hopefully that'll raise some influence. Yeah, and we ended up losing off lava to Washington, and we were so close to getting him. Okay, we did win, at least. But how did we drop on Darkwa's interest? Still making cuts to his top 3. As hopefully it'll raise some influence on some people. Yeah, it sucks to lose a gym. Well, why are we losing Jay House to LSU? Oh, no, wait. He's visiting this week, right? And this guy's not visiting LSU until week 12. Okay, we did get the sell right on Darkwa at least, and he dropped a lot. So we're going to have to hard here and try and raise that. Meantime, Duke Hyde has a complimentary with Bromley here, so we gotta get this thing going here. Okay, we at least need a compliment here because Denario Dye reached his top 5 and playing time is his deal breaker. So what else? Wait, could it be clocked in perhaps? But our main concern now is any one of our 5-star prospects and any of our 6 gems that are on board here, any of our 6 favorites. And we're gonna get Toncho. All right, guard. We got another one. We got Jay House. Okay, we stole him away from LSU. That visit really helped. And we got Alan Tripucka. Oh, we got another one. We got Glenn Stoke. Nice. We got a wide receiver. But we did lose out on Darkwa, and we lost out on Pat Hagg, who committed to Ole Miss. I mean, we got lucky to land all 4 commits right there with that. And honestly, with the ties that we cut, it actually helped us get all those commits on board. And we still have our 5 stars, I believe, right? So yeah, Darkwa locked us out. Okay, so Sergio Avery, we want to pull away on him. We did get the sell right there. We have 340 hours. You know what? Let's just do a desperation heave and try and get Femi Choi away. I really don't think it's going to work, but we'll see. Okay. Malik finally reached his top 5, and he is first interested. So, let's do a hard sell. Okay, it's going to be house call. And then let's do the final 50 hours there. Okay, so what we can do now is with 210 hours left and 17 targets, we can at least go after some guys that we actually need. Okay, so I do think if we offer the scholarship, we'll be in good shape as we get into this game against South Florida, who are 4-4, and they are no good at all. But the rest of our games are going to be away games because this is the final home game, and we are 8-0 and the 6th-ranked team in the nation. So let's see how things go here. Okay, we did get a commit. We did get Phil Brownlee. That's amazing there. We got Zay Johns, our free safety. Yeah, you figured. We couldn't get a heave on him, so we had to make him commit to Duke. And we won. That's big there. And Florida Atlantic. This game's going to be quite fun because this is a team we haven't played yet. So we did get Brownlee, another one of our gems, at left tackle. We still got Kumar in contention. We do have Johns ready to go. Okay, we only had enough to scout everybody except for one guy. So let's give that guy the hours because he's interested. Okay. We are looking pretty good to this point. We do have 9 commits out of 26 recruits, and we are definitely getting closer to landing a lot more as we get into this game here against Florida Atlantic. And yeah, this should be yet another easy one here for us. But I think after this game, we should check the Heisman race. Let's hope Drew Mestemaker clean it up and put up some more stats along the way. And it looks like we got our 5-star at corner, Rashawn Kumar. Welcome to North Texas, bud. And we got Manny Killings, a lot to sound, and we lost Alonzo Lanning. 2 more recruits we could have gotten. And we did, in fact, win. That's exactly why Kumar committed. But before we do anything else, let's check the Heisman race and figure out where anybody stands here. And still no Mestemaker here. But Kyle Parker out of LSU. 39 passing touchdowns for Julian Lewis. What? And he still has no interceptions. Dude, what in the hell is up with his stats? Okay, you know what? Let's actually check the team stats. Let's see where Mestemaker stands here. Okay, 3,833 passing yards, 24 touchdowns compared to his 6. But Mestemaker actually has 3,833 passing yards. How many passing yards does he have? Okay, it's Kyle Parker. Julian Lewis. Yeah, we have more passing yards than him. But he has more passing touchdowns. And obviously he has no picks. And how did George McIntyre get in the race here from Fresno State? And Missouri, this guy here too. 3,393 passing yards. Wait, so I think he may lead the league in passing yards. That's why he jumped in the race. As we do some recruiting here before East Carolina. So we did end up getting the last of our favorites to step on board here. In Rashawn Kumar, our 5-star. And honestly, good thing it was the recruits more towards the bottom of our board. We really didn't need those guys, but we do have 270 hours left. And then this guy Tony Cheek only has 1 on board, so we can try and do a hard Coach Prestige. It is not his deal breaker. Okay, so it could be aspirational. And Cushionberry here is in 2nd, so we could try and get something with him here. And it is Conference Legend from what it looks like. You know, let's give the hours to Johnny Alba here for friends and family. Okay, so let's go back to the prospect list and find another potential guy that we could scout here. So we need a Mike and a strong safety. Okay, no gems or busts at all from the time that we started scouting. So let's get friends and family on board for Stokes, raise his interest. And then let's see if we can't commit anything to it yet. So we're going to have to do friends and family and then do the 40 hours on him. Okay. So that'll raise his interest for right now. As we get into this game against East Carolina, which honestly, again, should be another easy win, but unfortunately enough, I don't think Mestemaker's winning the Heisman this year because of everybody else that jumped out in front of us. Okay, wide receivers get a boost to juke and spin if we go to the tactician here. So let's take care of that before we sim ahead past East Carolina. And we did get Anthony Arias, so right edge. We also got Duke Hyde, another running back. And we lost a lot of these guys here. We lost Denario Dye to Ohio State. That sucks, though. And we're going to get into our final game against UTSA. Sucks that more guys a lot to sell, even though we have hours to compute to. Oh, we actually got a 3-star gem at quarterback, Rodney Ballo. And unfortunately, the last chance we had at strong safety, Clay DeLuca, was a bust. So we're going to be stuck with whoever we have going forward with the board that looks like this. 12 commits already, including a 5-star, as we get into our last game against UTSA, which should be an easy sim ahead as we look forward to our conference championship game, going undefeated in conference play. We did get Greg Malik, a 3-star strong safety, and we lost out on Cushionberry to Texas Tech, and we go undefeated in the regular season. So we're going to play East Carolina in the American Conference title game. That game, I think, should be a highlight reel tape. And it's not looking... Okay, Croman Hoke is back in contention for the Heisman Trophy. He's back up. A 13th ranked Florida international team. Holy crap. And the Maxwell Award. Drew Mestemaker is looking towards 9th on the board. 4,642 passing yards, 29 touchdowns. Yeah, so at least so far, Drew Mestemaker leads the league in passing yards. Yeah, it looks like we lead the league in passing yards, yet we still can't put together a Heisman season, courtesy of our 6 interceptions, which really, really sucks. Which, to be honest, if we had 0 interceptions, I think we could have had a Heisman season. If we lost Sergio Avery to Oklahoma State and we lost out on Quintana to Louisiana. But we're going to go into our conference championship game against East Carolina as the 8th ranked team in the nation. And our contract got extended, which is amazing. And our coaches still stay in sync, so we're going to keep them. And if we take a look at our contracts, it did in fact get extended. We made a playoff berth. We got a playoff win in 2026. And it looks like we're going to go after yet another American Conference title. Our recruiting class this year is not going to be as deep. It's going to be quite something here. So we're going to go into our conference championship game at home. And we do get the ball first, so we get to keep the tempo going from what it looks like. So let's get it started. Oh my god, sacked on the first play from scrimmage. I was really looking for Quincy Porter on the comeback, but we just couldn't get it because pressure came. But there he is, though. And he's got a lot of running room. And Jesus, he got hit hard. Give it off for Terrence Lewis. And nice way to get out of bounds. Yeah, they didn't get set. We found Quincy Porter. We're going to post a highlight reel tape here today at East Carolina. Yep, and Quincy Porter found a way to get deep. Quincy Porter, get off this man! Oh, but he's at the 1. Yeah, we shouldn't have given it, but hey, at least it centers our kick and we have to make it. Oh, Porter! Oh, come on, you dropped that. Yep, Terrence Lewis. Nope. Oh my god! No, you are not taking that for a pick 6. That linebacker literally got lucky and came away with a red zone pick. Oh, and they actually kicked the field goal on their first drive. All right, new drive. We're going to hope to get something here as Porter drops it. Okay, Treadway is manned up with 2 high safeties. You know, we're just going to send him on the fade. Oh, yeah. Treadway got him beat deep. Run after catch, Treadway. Don't drop it! And it looks like we're going to get our rematch potentially against Clemson if we end up winning the conference championship. So we're going to have to hit Treadway and get upfield. That's a good run there. Yeah, we're going to keep running the fade with anybody who could dare contest us. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Nothing's open. Porter, cross your body. Ooh, okay. Way to hang on. I didn't see it at first. You know what? I think I could have Porter run the fade potentially. Yeah, that was a smart route. Thank God I got Treadway there. Okay, yeah. Mestemaker's going to have to run it. Drew Mestemaker. Don't you dare fumble now. Protect that football. Okay, yeah. There is no running the football at the 1-yard line against this team. No, we gotta be careful here. We did get picked by one of the backers. Okay, they set the blitz on him this time, but Terrence Lewis is right there for the touchdown. That was an easy read. Oh, come on, Bowens. Get to the outside. Yeah, Terrence Lewis is open. All right, we got that one. All right, you know what? Let's run the hurry up. Keep the tempo going. Oh, that's a nice block. But Mestemaker can run with it. Drew Mestemaker. All right, we got the first down, and that's the 2-minute warning. All right, they set the corner. All right. Oh, what a cut by Lewis. Okay. Okay, I see you. Oh, yeah. The corner's open for Stepanovic. He's going to get in for the touchdown. That was a big-time throw by Mestemaker and a big-time catch there by Stepanovic. And they gave it up again. The beautiful ball for Quincy Porter there. He's already at 202 passing yards. Are you serious? A booth review? Come on. You know that's a bad challenge. Let's see that. Oh, yeah. He definitely had it. Oh, yeah. That's going to be out of the field of play there. Oh, yeah. You know what? If no throwing lanes get open, Mestemaker can run. Don't you dare fumble now. Oh, yeah. Stepanovic is wide open. He's got a wide open block from Quincy Porter. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, come on. Don't run into your own lineman. Yeah, call timeout. Yeah, timeout. Timeout. We're at the 1-yard line. We are off center of the kick, so I think we should go with one more play. And you know what? I think we should put Stepanovic on a speed out to adjust the route. Oh, yeah. He's going to be open for the touchdown. Nice. And we're going to go up 21-3 going into the second half. And I think we should just run the highlight tape. We should run up the score. Wait, I think it's a floater. Come on, Quincy. Get there. Get there. He just beat both of them out. I'm telling you, Quincy Porter's that guy. If we can make the right throws, he's that guy. You can't call it a comeback unless it's a miracle, potentially. And Quincy Porter's at it again. He actually gets to the outside. You're off to the races, Quincy. Do not let them get you. Oh, my God, Quincy Porter. Oh, yeah. Now Terrence Lewis is deep. Oh, he overthrew him, though. Oh, yeah, that's Stepanovic. He's out of bounds. He's at 460 passing yards, 5 touchdowns. Which, having double interceptions is never acceptable in college football. But, we are honestly going to have him put on a clinic next season if we want any chance at him winning the Heisman Trophy. Unless he just goes out for a run in the college football playoff, potentially. Yeah, he had to get sacked there. But that's any and all lost hope for East Carolina. They're only able to come up with 3 points. You know what? Let's just go for the end zone for shits and gigs, because why not? Actually, no. Actually, let's nail it out and win this game. We'll take our win here. And we'll take our 2nd straight conference title. And you know what? I think for our senior season with Drew Mestemaker and Quincy Porter, we should move conferences. Play against a lot tougher teams. Because we already are picking up a couple of really good players out of the either the transfer portal or the recruiting portal. And actually gaining a lot more talent. And we have one more season with Mestemaker and Porter as a prove-it year if we don't win the Natty this season. And with that American Conference title, we're definitely going to have to qualify for the college football playoff. And as you can see, we're 2-time American Conference champions. We were 13-0. Got our contract extended. And let's sim to the playoff. Let's find out our destiny. And for the 2nd time in a row, Luke Kromenhoek wins the Heisman Trophy. And, Isaac Stepanovic won the John Mackey Award. 85 catches, 891 yards, and 5 touchdowns to his credit. And we end up hosting Tennessee in the first round of the playoff this time. Matter of fact, Tennessee is the team that we had Coastal Carolina beat in their run to the playoff. Okay, so they are obviously a way tougher team, but we do play host to them. So let's go out and make a deep run for the playoff. We have everybody healthy. All right, first round of the playoff in 2027 against Tennessee. So this will be a even tougher first round than the last one was, but we're going to have to dial in and lock in, as they ended up punting their first drive. That's always a really good sign. So we're going to have to let Drew Mestemaker go to work, and we're going to have to let it fly. All right, so it's looking like they're showing 5 down linemen. Oh, that's a good pickup on the block, as we're going to hit Terrence Lewis over the top. That's a good look. We could potentially hit Treadway or Porter. Okay, the backer was locked. You know what? Let's just hit Treadway. Oh, come on. So it seems like every time we get hit, that ball's coming out. So we have to really, really lock in here. Oh, beautiful ball. That's Terrence Lewis. All right, that's 3rd and inches. Porter is pressed. So we're going to send the fade. And it's definitely not going to be play action, so we can just toast him. Yep. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, it was batted away. So we go with a pass-heavy set. You could hit Sibley. All right. Or we could run it with Mestemaker. That's actually an open hole for him. Oh my god, the ball came out. Woo! Woo! Okay, we got the ball back. I actually got really scared there. See, he can't be fumbling like this. This is why we lose certain games, because turnovers are actually big. As we're going to hit Quincy Porter. Oh, he actually cut 2 guys. That was actually a sick cut. We're going to have to let the ball fly here with Mestemaker if we want any chance at winning. But, okay, yeah, Mestemaker's going to running lane. Do not fumble, dive, or just slide at the 2-yard line. That's fine. All right, the defense is more opened up, so we're probably going to have to run it in with Bowens. And we do just that. That's our first touchdown. Now, they punted on their first drive, so we get the ball back. Let's see what they do. Okay, they kicked the field goal. That actually works. Okay, Treadway. Okay, yeah, the ball came out. All right, yeah, we're going to hit Terrence Lewis on the out. Okay, 3rd and 1, we'll take it. All right, they're showing pretty much everybody. I wonder who they're going to send. Okay, yeah, they sent everybody. Get the ball out. There it is. Get out of bounds. Don't get hurt. Thank God for Kiefer Sibley being there on that flat route. Otherwise, I was not getting that ball. Okay, yeah, they set the corner. That's a good eyes by Mestemaker. Just hit Porter. Oh, my God. Wait for that safety to fill the box there. Oh, they kicked the field goal again. Okay, so we're going to be up by 1. Okay, just haul that ball in, Stepanovich. Okay, let's actually do some route adjustments here. Let's put Sibley on the Texas route. And then we're going to put Treadway on the slant there. Oh, yeah. Sibley, he's open. Just don't fumble now. All right, we got the first. That's a great route adjustment there. Let's see, first down and 10. Maybe we can hit Treadway on the in route. Okay, yeah, he extended out. That's great protection by that line. Just don't drop it now, Treadway. All right, 2nd down. If they don't cover the flat, I'm going to hit the red zone. Actually, red zone's open. Just don't get the hand in there. Nice catch, Bowens. We're going to have to share the ball with anybody and everybody here, as that was an off-balance throw, but Terrence Lewis is able to make the catch. All right, we'll look to the screen pass if nothing's open. Yeah, screen pass it is. All right. Get off your... Okay, yeah, that's wide open. Kiefer Sibley in for the score. Oh, no shot. They actually turned the ball over. But we're stuck at the 10-yard line, so we're going to have to try and find a way to get out of there. Oh, yeah. Come on. You're too fast for that D lineman. You're way too fast for him. I really did not realize that was his 4th catch. All right, so we're going to have to share the ball a little bit more. Porter's going to be on that dig. Yep. Uncovered. There you go. Okay, make a cut or two. I see you. We're going to have to get the ball out to anybody and everybody if we want to win here. All right, we're going to get the ball off to Lewis, and he's out of bounds, but there's an injury timeout. We're not particularly in run formation here, but... Okay, yeah, that's actually a really good block for Bowens. All right, first down. So, what do we do here? Let's go with the screen pass. Particularly same formation here. Okay, get out in front of your blockers. Come on, Chauncey. Run through him, man. All right, nice. We're into enemy territory. Because that zone with Lewis is uncovered. Okay, so let's just hit Stepanovich. Alright, yeah, now would be a good time to use a timeout. Yeah, speed option's a pretty bad idea against this defense, but we're just going to have to run with it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was a very bad idea. Alright, now we're coming up on 3rd and 5. I wonder if... Actually, if we should hit Stepanovich on an in. No. Stepanovich in route. We're going to make him hit the in route here. Yep. As an outlet. Get over the line! He got it! Alright, timeout. Oh, no, wait. We didn't call timeout. Shit, we didn't call timeout. Alright, you know what? Terrence Lewis is open on the deep in. Okay, timeout. Alright, good kick. Oh, but 1 second left. And that's perfectly fine, because we're going to get the ball back. Up 17-6. We can try and score just a little bit more here. Alright, Terrence Lewis. That's a perfect ball. Just don't drop it now. It looks like we're going to have to play Bill Belichick in North Carolina if we win this game. Not trying to keep my hopes up here, but a matchup against Bill is going to be pretty awesome. As we're going to hit Ryder Treadway. Oh, we're so close to 50. I know I haven't been doing Quincy Porter any justice, but, like, we've been hitting our secondary receivers all day long. I'm surprised I did not get sacked there. Dude, 5,115 passing yards. You know what? I'm just going to send Lewis on a direct post, and then we're just going to have Quincy Porter run his route there. Oh, yeah. Direct post actually works. Terrence Lewis, we cut the route a little bit inside, but that actually worked. That's actually a good adjustment there by Terrence Lewis. They're able to hold that ball, and I think he has the most catches of anybody so far. So we're going to have to do Quincy Porter some justice here. There he is. That's Quincy Porter. Reach over. Nice. To be honest, Mestemaker's been lighting it up in the past game so far, besides that one pick. And then, yeah, he didn't get the ball off. Come on, let's go. Get to the line. Get to the line. I have a better play. We just can't get out of field goal range. That's the one thing here. Porter. All right, way to be patient there. All right, 3rd and 1. We're probably going to hit Lewis on the dig. Yep, dig route's open. Easy touchdown for Terrence Lewis. Wow, another field goal. So we're going to be out 24-9, up by 15. So to secure a win, we can't screw up by any means. Porter. Oh, he got the hand in there. One high safety over the top of the box. So if we don't get the pressure, we could get... Yep. Ah, damn it. Was looking for that curl route there, that comeback route there with Porter, but the pressure came in time. All right, yep, Stepanovich. That's a good read. Just don't drop it. Get off your man. Oh, okay. That's a big boy play right there. He just broke off a tackle and cut another guy. That's what our tight ends always do here. Okay, yeah. Stepanovich. Made the... Okay, yeah. That was a bad route there. Not every throw needs to be perfect, but every pass catch needs to be perfect. Yeah, you read the zone. Which is why...
Oh, no.
Oh, he stepped in front of the play. Come on, make the tackle. Okay, so they scored the touchdown, but now they're down by 8. So we're early in the 4th quarter. Now all we have to do is just preserve some clock. Actually, I thought we had to throw it Stepanovich. He would have been so wide open. Yeah, our running game was just not working. All right, 3rd down and 9. This is a must convert if we want to keep a hold of our lead. We're actually going to put Bowens on the Texas. If Stepanovich does it. Yep, right there. They set the blitz, and the tight end's open. Just don't reach over and force a fumble if you already have it. All right, our main goal now is to pick up as many first downs as we can while running down some clock. Okay, that was way too short of a throw. All right, now we have to pick up something at least because of that. Okay. Yep, Lewis. Just don't get the hand in there. All right, 3rd down and 7. Yeah, we're pretty much over the middle of the field at this point. All right, same thing. Bowens on a Texas if Stepanovich doesn't get open. Yep. Okay, yeah, get off your man, Bowens. Let's go. Okay, yep, that's a timeout on their end. Wow, that was a perfectly executed draw play. Run him over. Oh, another injury timeout. Dude, what is with our linemen getting hurt? That's making them not use their timeouts. Like, I don't understand that. All right. Yeah, that draw play wasn't drawn up the way it wanted to, but at least they used a timeout. Well, I mean, technically it is second down, so we technically could run it a little bit more. Maybe get a little bit closer to the field goal range. And, okay, we did get closer. See, because that's what I'm scared of. Okay, they did use all their timeouts, but it is technically still behind the 2-minute warning timeout. So, if we could put anybody on any route possible here. Yep! Chauncey Bowens! That's a first down! Alright, we're gonna let it, yeah, we can let it tick down, okay. Okay, so we're not gonna get a play clock or delay of game here. So, we're just gonna chill out a little bit, and we're gonna let the clock tick down. Yep, there it is. So, no delay of game penalty. And they used up all their timeouts, so we can actually kneel it out. Okay, yeah, that's a good cutback by Bowens. He's actually in for the touchdown! We're gonna go up 31-16. And that should ice the game. And they didn't recover the onside kick, so guess what? It's ball game over. We're gonna beat Tennessee and move on to base Belichick. A hard-fought victory by the North Texas Mean Green. An absolutely dominant performance here, going 14-0. We're looking for the undefeated season, but if we don't win the Natty, which that's perfectly fine too, because we can go into one more season with Drew Mestemaker and potentially have him win the Heisman Trophy. All right, there it is, career passing yards record, which I'm surprised that he didn't win the Heisman and Cromanhoek won it again. So we've won a college football playoff game, and now we have our sights set at North Carolina. We just beat Tennessee 31-23. So apparently the winner of Penn State and USC plays LSU. The winner of UCLA and Clemson plays Alabama, who are the #1 seed. And then Oklahoma State or Miami will play Notre Dame. So it's a pretty damn good bracket if we're looking at it here. But I know for a fact that we did beat Tennessee. So we're going to go on to play North Carolina. And there it is. #2 seeded North Carolina. So I wonder what their overall is. I wonder how good they built themselves up to. Okay, this actually should be an even matchup. If I'm being completely honest, and it is in a neutral site, so what could possibly go wrong? Maybe Belichick's playbook actually lights us up on offense, but he is a defensive mastermind. We already know this. So, in Mercedes-Benz Stadium for the Peach Bowl, we take on Bill Belichick's North Carolina Tar Heels. This is actually the first time we're playing North Carolina in any of these dynasties that we've had. And Chauncey Bowens is open over the middle for the first play of the game. So this game should be pretty interesting. Okay, yeah, let's just hit Stepanovic over the middle. Oh, he got the hand in there last second. Right, absolutely showing zero pressure at all. And he got the hand in there. All right, we're coming up on third down here, so we're going to have to get something open here. You know what? I'm just going to send Stepanovic on just a straight post. Yep. Wide open. Oh, he got the hand in there. All right, fine. We'll go ahead and punt. We want to play smart against Belichick's defense. Okay, they gave it away as soon as they possibly got on the field. So we're in good position here. Good ball for Treadway. Oh, he got the hand in there again. All right, we're just going to run Stepanovic on that slant and just keep Chauncey Bowens in pass protection. He got right behind the backer. Hold on to that football. Let's get it, Isaac. There we got a fresh set of downs to work with. And you know what? This is definitely going to be the type of off defense that we're going to have to use our tight end a lot for, as we just hit Stepanovic there. And if I'm going to be completely honest, I am completely fine with working our tight ends a lot more than we should. And that's a good look for Ryder Treadway. Oh, come on. Just go down. That's going to be a holding call. Now we're going to have to work off first down and 20. Oh, yeah. They set the corner blitz. And that's Terrence Lewis. Ooh! Get around him! Okay, we'll take that. Nice spicy cut there by Terrence Lewis. But third down and... No, actually, no. Second down and 6. Okay, yeah. Pressure coming from the line. Yep. Dangerous throw across your body, but at least Kiefer Sibley was right there for it. We're down to a second down and 17 because of a screen pass that failed. So we're going to have to... Porter! Oh, God. Yep.
No! Oh, God!
Just don't... Oh, he got down in the end zone. Oh, wait, that's a turnover. Oh, no, never mind. They punted to end the first quarter, and then... Oh, Porter's open. Oh, come on. Okay, so it looks like... Oh, Penn State actually upset USC. So we're going to have to play the winner of LSU and Penn State in the semis. Porter. Nice ball. Inside route for Porter. That's an easy first down. Nobody's covering Quincy Porter. The defense going to get set. Oh, why didn't I adjust him? I should have adjusted him for the fade. He didn't get set. Damn, that was a bad mistake by me. I definitely should have adjusted his route to a fade. That way I could have sent him deep. Alright, you know what? That's fine. The patience of Mestemaker in the pocket. Okay, I see Porter's getting double covered there, so I'm going to have to find anybody in that triple stack there. Lewis. Let's go. Nice ball. First down. Alright, if the linebacker doesn't drop back. Yeah, he didn't drop back. Beautiful ball for Stepanovic. Run over a man. Up to the 5. Alright, corner's pressed up on Porter, so Quincy Porter. Reach over, he's in! Okay. We're gonna do you justice here this playoff. Oh, wow, they literally just lit us up. But seriously, 8 first downs compared to their 1 is crazy. And we're still... Wait, please tell me. Please tell me. He got it! Oh my god! He's all... He just took it all the way! Dude, what a bomb by Drew Mestemaker. Okay, that play was absolutely huge. But they scored a touchdown and they missed the extra point. That play was actually quite big. So we're going to have to work off a 2-minute drill with all 3 of our timeouts. Dude, I don't even know what I was saying there. Okay, so we're just going to test him deep again. Okay, safety didn't collapse over the box, but oh, come on, the pressure got there. And we did absolutely 0 rushing work over the course of that time frame. All right, yeah, Stepanovic, way to get there. Okay, I thought he was loose, but he wasn't. So, you know what, let's run the hurry-up tempo. We have all 3. Oh, come on, Bill. Okay, he's pressed up. Quincy Porter, beautiful catch. All right, keep it going. Let's keep this tempo going. Let's keep the momentum going. Okay, nothing over the top, so we're just gonna hit Stepanovic. Oh, ooh, okay, okay. Glad I get to have you on for another season. Okay, yeah. Quincy Porter, nice. Get out of bounds. Oh yeah. Oh, damn it. All right, we still got plenty of time though in here in this second quarter to actually rally and do something here. That's why we're running all passes. As we're going to hit Reiner Treadway. Come on, dude. All right, maybe we can hit Cervenka with this guy running a man coverage. Oh, he got right behind him. Oh, come on. All right, yeah, you know what? We'll take our points. Yeah, we'll take the 3 points, and we're going to go up by 4. Going into the second half. And we do get ball back. Perfect. Well, we actually could hit Treadway deep. Never mind. Never mind. We're just going to hit... Oh, I thought Porter had it. Earlier I thought I could hit Treadway deep, but to be honest, he was just way too slow. So we could potentially contest Quincy Porter. Oh, yeah. He got it deep. Quincy Porter! Run it down! He got it! Up to the 16! I'm telling you guys, Quincy Porter is not just a short route artist. He is a deep threat. If you ever pick up Quincy Porter in your dynasties, use him as a deep threat. I'm telling you, he is that fast. And if you get a quarterback with such good deep accuracy as Drew Mestemaker, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, they double stacked Stepanovic and Treadway out of the box, so we're going to have to... Oh, actually, as long as he didn't drop it and it's 1st and goal. Yeah. And Sibley is in. So as long as our offense stays clean, we should be well on our way to the semis to face either Penn State or LSU. And that's Terrence Lewis. A beautiful pass by Mestemaker. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, we should send Terrence Lewis on a no, on the streak. Post. And then we should send Quincy Porter on a fade. We should test it again. Okay. Lewis. Ooh, way to come down with that! Okay, he really had me scared that I was going to be screwed. Okay, the safety is still on inside. Actually, no, he's outside shade of Lewis. So, I'm really trying to get Quincy Porter another deep ball here. Nope. Chauncey Bowens. If none of the deep balls get open, hit your guy out of the backfield. Okay, I noticed they're playing a lot of man coverage on top of Quincy Porter because of how his deep routes have been. So we're going to have to use up a lot of our time, and god damn it. All right, triple stack up on. Actually, I'm going to send Stepanovich on a corner to potentially contest a safety. Oh.
Nope.
Oh my god. And they only kicked the field goal out of it. Okay, so we're only going to be down. Oh, we're only going to be up by 8. Okay, yeah. That was a bad draw. Okay, they're running heavy man coverage on this slot and then on Treadway. So you know what? I'm going to send Treadway on a fade to potentially beat him out. Oh, yeah. He got beat deep. Ryder Treadway! He came down with it! Let's go, bud! Yep. That puts... Oh, Terrence Lewis! What a catch on the corner! Okay, so now I have Treadway in man coverage up against that press. So we're just going to send him deep and then put Terrence Lewis on the corner. Yep. We got him deep. Terrence... Oh, damn it. He got the hand in there. I was going to say Treadway, but... Man. That corner is actually really good at reading that. Oh, Porter! Oh, he dropped that. If anything, we'll be fine to make a kick here, though, because we are in field goal range for sure. Yeah. All right, 46 yards, that's a pretty easy kick. We can just send it down the pipe. Yeah, that's an easy kick. We're going to go up by 11. Oh, no! They scored a touchdown! We are tasked with one simple thing now. To just run out the clock. Okay, get off your blocks, Kiefer! Alright, we got the first down, and that's their first timeout. All we gotta do is get our blocks up to the second level. Yep. That's a good run there for Chauncey Bowens. Run him over! That's a second timeout. And you know what? We'll see how Drew Mestemaker can... Oh, wait. It's a read off. No, it's a RPO read. Okay. Okay, he made the catch, but that was their final timeout. So any other play we run here will be the up to the 2-minute warning timeout. Yeah, Stepanovich. Easy read. Make the catch. That's the first down, and that's the 2-minute. So you know what? We're going to kneel out the clock. It should be all over from here. We're going to beat Bill in North Carolina by a final of 27-24 and move on to the semifinals. But what a game for Drew Mestemaker. He ended up being the MVP potentially, right? With over 450 passing yards. Oh, they don't even show us the player of the game? Damn, that sucks. But nah, if I were to reward the MVP, it was definitely Drew Mestemaker. Over 450 passing yards and three really solid deep balls to 2 of our receivers. That's a good game for you. And Quincy Porter set the single-season receptions record. And he also set the receiving yards record, too, while he was at it. And we are the Peach Bowl winners as we get into the next game against either LSU or Penn State. And it'll be the LSU Tigers against North Texas in the Cotton Bowl. Okay, yeah, it'll basically feel like the Tennessee game. But except it's in a neutral setting, so we don't have to worry about anything with, what's it called? With like the Stadium Pulse or whatever. So we're going to be in the Cotton Bowl. Here we are in the Cotton Bowl against LSU. And this will probably be our toughest game. Because the winner of this game will potentially play Miami or Notre Dame. I didn't get to look at the bracket yet, but we are going to have to see and find out who we're going to play. As I think they gave it away their first drive, so we're up to the 20-yard line. So they drove pretty deep, I think I saw. Okay, yep. Porter, easy comeback route. And get out of bounds, buddy. Don't get hurt. No, I like to experiment with like some other plays out of this package, out of the gun. So we're going to have to take a look at the playbook. Alright, I actually kind of like this one. Their defense isn't really typical, I think. I would assume. Yeah, that was a good choice. Terrence Lewis is wide open, and he's out of bounds. Okay, we'll take that. They didn't know that they were going to rush much, but I do... At least I set the... Okay, yeah, they set everybody. So we're going to have to throw it on the run, and Treadway caught it for a first down. And matter of fact, I don't think we played LSU at all in any of these games either. So this is interesting taste. Yep. Get it off. Yeah, I'm just going to do the same thing. If any opportunity we can, we could put the backs in pass protection. So we're going to hit Treadway on the dig route. Easy choice for a first down. All right, any opportunity that we can get, any backs in pass protection. Okay, yeah. Beautiful out for Bowens, and do not tackle him in there. Are you going to let him score like that? Okay, it looks like our defense actually pulled through. All right, we're actually just going to put Sibley in pass protection, knowing that there are going to be 4 receivers out there. And the package they showed, yeah. Easy decision. Come on, get around him. Beautiful ball. All right, get out of bounds. You could have gone a little bit further there, but if I'm gonna be honest, it was a better decision to stay out. So again, we're gonna put Sibley. Okay, drop the backer there.
Oh no!
Oh my God, the pressure got there. Yeah, it was a off-balance throw, and they kicked the field goal out of it. All right, they showed outside shade, so we're gonna have to hit. Oh, come on, catch it, Stepanovich. Actually, you know what? Let's send Stepanovich in pass protection, so that way we have more guys up front. And then we're going to have Sibley on the Texas route. Okay, they dropped the backer. But, oh my God, make a better throw than that. All right, third down. And they subbed out Stepanovich in for Cervenka. And he's in on the flat, so we have 4 receivers out there. So we're just going to put Sibley in pass protection, knowing that. Okay, the corner showed inside shade, but at least Terrence Lewis can hold on to it, and we did get the forward progress, though. So, you know what? I think we should go for this. Okay. Yep. Easy read. Terrence Lewis. Just don't fumble now. See, I'm learning as I go here. You know what? I don't like the inside route, and we're just going to put Bowens in pass protection, potentially. I know he doesn't like getting hit much on the blocking scheme, but, like, we got to do anything against this blitz. Just stay patient. Get outside your blocks, Bowens. You have a wide open running lane. That's a first down. Just switching up on D here. So he's motioning out the receiver. So we should just put Bowens in pass protection, and then he's just going to go out. Knowing Stepanovich and Porter both have the 2 ends. Yep, Porter got inside. Quincy Porter. Okay, that's probably your second or third catch. I forgot to keep track. Okay, so it is a screen pass. So anybody can get open deep. Actually, no, we're just going to keep it. Good blocks. That's a first down for Bowens, and that's going to be the 2-minute of the first half. Matter of fact, our time of possession with the football is actually just killing their team right now. Okay, yeah. Chauncey Bowens. That's an easy first down. And just sit down at the first down line. But we are at the 8, so we are going to have to do something quick. Porter's on the... Actually, no, I should adjust the routes. I should have Porter on the slant, and then have Terrence Lewis on the in. That would be an easier adjustment. Yep. Okay, we gained some yards, and there is a timeout for them. Okay, they're playing zone on the bubble. Yeah, better choice to hand it off. And we actually gained 2 yards on that. Okay. So now knowing that, I think we just should... Yeah, we can't adjust any routes. They set the blitz. Okay, way to drop him. Come on, get over the goal line. He probably got the half-yard line, though. Oh, we're directly at the 1, so if we don't get it, we're screwed. Okay, no need to worry. We got it. Okay, so we're going to go up 14-3. Okay. All right, so let's actually run the jet touch pass with somebody. And it's going to be Treadway running it. With 10 seconds to go in the half. Come on, get to the outside. Find some blocks. Okay, that's a good run there. Yeah, let's just nail it out to the second half. Because why not, ladies and gentlemen? We're going to go up 14-3 going into the second half. And it seems like LSU is playing a little bit soft for the overalls that they have right now. But hold on, let me double check and see if this is on All-American, because I don't know if it is for how soft they are. Okay, it is on All-American. It's a good thing I checked, because I have absolutely zero clue that why this LSU team is playing really soft. Alright, so we are going to get the ball to start the second half. Okay, wow. How did he get around him? And, oh, I should have threw a touch pass there. Alright, second down and 10. Oh, yeah. They cut to Quincy Porter a little too late there. Third down and 3. So I'm going to adjust Lewis and put him on the slant. I'm going to put Chauncey Bowens in pass protection. And then I'm going to have Stepanovich run that in route for extra coverage. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, so close. All right, yeah, we still got this on 4th and 1. They're running man up against Quincy Porter. Oh, yeah. Sibley, out of the flat. You're not covering that. There's no shot of any deep balls against this team because of how young and talented they are. But at least, wait. Oh, I thought we can come close for that. A little too shallow on that throw on the run there. All right, so you know what? Yeah, we can actually pass block Stepanovich here. We can keep it to 3 receivers out of the box. Nothing there. Yeah, nothing. Get rid of it. All right, 3rd down and 10. All right, let's see. Lewis. Just get upfield. Oh, it's going to be 4th and 1 again. Okay, so we could hit Cervenka if they don't drop. Actually, no. Sibley, it's worked once. It's going to work twice. You're doing a very bad job covering the flats on 4th down and short with Kiefer Sibley. All right, they dropped the safety so far back. It's going to leave the door open for Quincy Porter. If I'm being honest, if we win the national championship here, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't even know what to do here. Because we wanted Mestemaker to win the Heisman Trophy, but we're putting up like a Heisman caliber performance, especially all season long. Like, we're basically touching over 6,000 passing yards all season long. Postseason and regular season. As we're going to run it here with Mestemaker. Just don't fumble. Yeah, just get out in front of your blocks for a Chauncey Bowens. He lost the football! Okay, oh my god. Oh my god, please. Have the defense please stop him. No, why did you let that up? Okay, thank god. They only kicked the field goal out of it. Wow, so they went out at the 2-yard line. We couldn't stop him. And then he ends up kicking the field goal out of it. I mean, well, okay. Oh, what a block! What a block by our lineman. Great job there. Okay, leaving the door open for our running game. Beautiful job there. We're just going to read that right side edge there. Oh, yeah. He didn't crash. That's a good run there for Chauncey Bowens. All right, now that we're up and the clock's actually kind of ticking down a little bit, we can actually just do basically whatever, as long as we keep it clean. All right. Lewis. That's a good read. Our defense is absolutely killing it against this team right now. Actually, no. I'm just going to send Lewis on just a straight corner. And then we're going to have Quincy Porter run that route and then keep Bowens in pass protection. Porter! I said that a lot of times before. Okay, that's their first timeout. Probably because we chewed out a lot of the clock, and it's going to be 3rd and 1. Yeah, nothing got open there. You know what? We'll take our points. Beautiful kick. Right up the gut. We're going to go up 17-6. And the clock ran down. It's going to be over. We're going to beat LSU. And we're going to move on to the national championship game. So the North Texas Mean Green will await their fate against either potentially Miami or potentially... Wait, no, they have to play each other. Or maybe Notre Dame. Or maybe Alabama. But I don't know. I don't know who will play. It's probably going to be Alabama from what it looks like. And it's going to be the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame in the national championship game. Now, I'm kind of scared here. Because if we lose this game, and if we potentially lose Drew Mestemaker, I don't know what to do here. Okay, it's not that big of a deal, this team. And once again, it is in a neutral site because it is the national championship game. That's really the main goal for these rebuilds, is to win the national championship. So, let's get to this. We'll probably will have failed our side quest to have Mestemaker win the Heisman Trophy. But it doesn't matter. Because you are looking inside the Caesars Superdome for the national championship between the North Texas Mean Green and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. As we're going to let up a missed field goal. Holy crap. So, that's actually good field position for us, matter of fact. That's a beautiful ball by Mestemaker and a beautiful route by Porter to pick up the first down there. And good news is with that is we're going to get the ball back to start the second half. So it'll be a pretty good thing to think about here as we're going to dump it off to Sibley out of the backfield. And we're just going to let him run his ball, man. Okay, that's fine. Oh, that's a wide open running hole for Chauncey Bowens to get into the end zone for the first score of the game. And good news is they punted, so we're just going to keep this tempo going here on offense. And if we have to use our guys out of the backfield, we will. Because we can use anybody and everybody that we want to. Porter. Wide open downfield. Just don't drop it, bud. Come on. Yeah, we're just going to hit Stepanovich. Reach. Oh, come on. It's 4th and inches. No, we're not going to run fullback inside. We don't have the offense for that. So, wait a second. If we put Bowens in pass protection, we can try and contest Quincy Porter deep if we could beat him out. Okay, yeah. He got him off inside shade. Okay, yeah. Oh, my God. That was a bad throw. And they scored off of it right away. Like, he had the separation. He had the route for it, but the problem is we just couldn't come down with it. Okay, yeah, okay, get it off, okay. Okay, we're going to put Sibley in pass protection, and then we're going to, okay. We're going to actually put Treadway on the slant so we can at least get something up, and then we're going to have Stepanovich on the in. Okay, they sent the backer. Oh, my, why did I throw that? That linebacker was just sitting right there. We're going to go down 14-7. Okay, yeah, yep. Damn it. Damn, I really thought I had the ball there for Terrence Lewis, but I guess not. Trying to get deeper off on the screen pass, but the problem was we just couldn't get the ball off. All right, 3rd down and 10. Okay, they're sending everybody on the right side as Stepanovich holds onto that football. We got a first down, and you know what? Keep the tempo. Yep. Isaac Stepanovich has been clutch. Okay, we got the catch. Okay, we're gonna, okay. Can't change the play a little bit. Oh, yeah. Terrence Lewis is open off the screen pass. Let's go. Okay, we're just going to, again, keep Bowens in pass protection because we know it works. We're going to put Stepanovich on the in. We're going to put Lewis on the slant. Keep Porter on the fade. And then we're going to have Treadway on the dig just in case. Okay, yeah. Oh, he dropped it. Yeah, they're going to be manned up on that screen pass. So. Okay, that's a good peel back block though, but not good enough. All right, all I hope for is that we don't get sacked. So we're just gonna put Sibley in pass protection, and then we're gonna have Terrence Lewis run the slant and keep everybody else the same. Okay, they set the corner. Yep, Lewis is right there. Oh, he dropped it. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to take our points, and we're gonna have to go up 3 more, and we'll be down by 4. Wait. Okay, I thought we missed it for a minute. Wait, roughing the kicker? Roughing the kicker! We got a chance! No way! We actually got a roughing the kicker call. You know, we're going to accept that penalty because it was against Notre Dame. And then we'll figure things out from here. Alright, so we'll put Stepanovich in pass protection. Yeah. Red zone scissors for Chauncey Bowens. That's a first down and goal. But 6 first downs compared to their 3. Yep, Stepanovich. Just get in the end zone, buddy. We're going to tie the game. Okay, they gave it away. Okay, so we just need to play clean here. I don't like what I'm seeing here. So we'll go with the slot cross. Keep Stepanovich on that flat. Keep Bowens in pass protection. Actually, no. We're going to put Stepanovich in pass protection. And we're going to put Bowens on the Texas route. Let's hope things change from here. Okay. Yep. Just don't get the hands in. Okay, 2nd and inches. Okay. You know what? We'll run one more play before the 2-minute. Get up a little bit further. So we're going to put Bowens on a Texas to change his route. Okay. Yep, that's a running lane for Mestemaker. Just don't fumble. All right, we got the first down, and it's the 2-minute. All right, so we have the 2-minute warning. So we can basically do whatever we can to get up on Notre Dame. And we do get the ball by the start of the 2nd half. So, okay, yeah. There's a wide open running lane for Mestemaker. Just take off and run. All right, we got a first down. And it's at the 5. So I think we should hit the jailbreak screen. Hopefully we can get Stepanovich out in the open. And Porter's not covered. Okay, yeah. Nothing was there. Okay, we'll put... No. Bowens, pass protection. And then we'll keep Porter on the slant route. We'll put Stepanovich on the in. And we'll keep everybody else the same. Yep, Quincy Porter. Get that ball, buddy. That's your touchdown and the national championship. Man, I don't think we hit Quincy Porter at all the last time he was in the natty, but there's our chance to get the ball back. Up by 7. So we just can't turn it over now. Okay, that toss play did not work for shit. Okay, no. We'll do the same thing. Bowens and pass protection. Keep the 4 routes the same. Yep. Terrence Lewis. Okay, yep. That pocket presence there by Mestemaker. He's going to run with it. Slide! All right, we're almost at midfield. Okay, I don't like the look that Bowens has. So, you know, we're just going to drop him in pass protection, and we're going to deepen Terrence Lewis's route a little bit. And then we're going to put Stepanovich on that in and keep everybody else the same. Yep. Terrence Lewis. Ooh, what a grab! Way to keep the toes in. Oh, they're challenging this? Are you serious? Oh, yeah, his toes were in bounds. Give us that ball back now. That's one of your timeouts done. Oh, yeah, way to keep those toes in, Terrence Lewis. Okay, yeah, they rule us in our favor. Okay, I don't like Sibley on the out here. Especially when we have, like, 2 slant routes, potentially. Mestemaker's gonna run. He can do it with his legs, too, not just with his arm. He's got a first down. Okay, the pocket presence is unreal. Get around that D lineman. Okay, at least it's not a sack. You could probably, you know what? We're going to actually have that safety contest with somebody. So, you know what? We're just going to put Porter on the post route. No. Porter, post. So that way we can have that corner contest with somebody. Because the 2 safeties are outside of the box. So, you know what? Yeah. Stepanovich is wide open. That was a great route adjustment. Yeah, Stepanovich. He's going to have to be the player of the game in this natty championship game. And, oh, we got to go from the 2-yard line now? That sucks. We just got to hope we don't get tackled in the backfield. But knowing we run our goal line offense, we should be able to get out of that hole. And you know what? Because it's worked once, we're going to do it again out of this formation just to get the first down. And I don't care what anybody says. Yep, we do it again out of that formation, and it works. We got the first down. Now we're going to get out of that now that we have more breathing room. And we're going to run the read option with Mestemaker. Okay, so it looks like they're showing 3 down linemen. So I think we're not going to let him crash, and we're just going to give it to Bowens. That's a great decision there. Surprisingly, North Texas is handling their own against Notre Dame here, as we're going to hit Chauncey Bowens. Okay, if he got one more block, he would have been gone. We're starting to overwhelm this team a little bit. I can honestly tell. All right, so, okay. The screen pass is not there, but at least Stepanovich is there. He's got a first down. Dude, we are absolutely holding our own against Notre Dame right now. I am very proud of this team as we're up by 2 scores going into the 4th quarter. And as long as we keep our offense clean, we should have the natty in the bag, and we should finish this rebuild. All right, 2nd down and 9. If we follow Stepanovich on the hole in the seam there. Okay, that's a good pancake block. Okay, he just couldn't get out. Yeah, if we run any sort of pass play, we're just going to have the back be in pass protection, especially with how deep the linemen are cutting here, as we're going to hit Stepanovich. He's going to be the MVP of this game. And you know what? We're just going to have to do Quincy Porter some justice here because we haven't hit him most of this game. And there's our man right there. That's Quincy Porter. You already have a touchdown in this game, but 3 catches only. Yeah, we're going to have to do a little bit better with him if we want any chance here. So we're just going to have to drop Sibley in pass protection. Then we're going to adjust his route and then adjust Lewis's route here. We're going to run the double ins. Okay, drop the corner there. Oh, come on, Isaac. Perfect timing and a perfect ball for Terrence Lewis. He's got a first down. Out of the flat for Chauncey Bowens. He's got 7. We could potentially run away from this team with a national championship as Chauncey Bowens. Okay, he got 1 there. All right, I feel like as long as we can be patient here with Terrence Lewis, we can actually run the jet touch pass. Okay, there was no hole. I mean, we wanted to be within center, but we'll take our 3 points and we'll go up by 17 here. As we kick it down the pipe, we'll be up by 17 points, and we'll see what they do. Oh, they actually turned it over with 2:41 to go. Yeah, I think this is going to be it. Pretty slow draw there, but nothing there. Yeah, we'll just put Stephanovich on a straight up post, and then we'll put Treadway on the slant. Yeah, straight up post. Oh my god, I thought I can make the catch. But there is 2:20 left to go, so we have to do our justice here. We got to pick up a couple first downs if we have to. Yep, and that's what Terrence Lewis is going to do. He's got the first down. And if we run out the clock, it should be over. And there's the 2-minute warning timeout. We're going to run a couple more plays, run the clock down, and it's going to be over. And we're going to walk away with our national championship in dominating fashion here against Notre Dame. And even if we get in the end zone one more time, it's going to be worth it. Why? Because I thought we were going to hit Quincy Porter one more time. But you know what? I think we should. We should give Quincy Porter one more touchdown to cap off our North Texas dynasty here. Because he's helped us out a lot during this rebuild. And he's going to be open. Oh, come on. As we're going to kick one last field goal to go up by 20 points and secure our natty. There it is. Let's kneel out this clock and give Drew Mestemaker his national championship. We're going to win it 34-14 over Notre Dame. And your 2027 national champions are your North Texas Mean Green for the first time in school history. And what a moment it is. Because we could potentially have lost Drew Mestemaker to the NFL draft knowing that. And there is our MVP, Isaac Stephanovich, giving the coach the trophy as he holds it high and proud. I mean, unfortunately, we couldn't give Drew Mestemaker the Heisman, but he at least won player of the game. And you know what? That's a Heisman in my eyes. Because we gave Drew Mestemaker the underdog of this rebuild, the true underdog story, and the main reason, the main character of this rebuild, to give him a national championship. It's worth it. Yep, Quincy Porter projected 3rd round. Chauncey Bowens projected 3rd round. DJ Pickett projected 4th round. So, you know what? Let's try and convince him to stay for one more year. He decided to stay! But Quincy Porter 3rd round, no, we're going to lose him. And Chauncey Bowens, yeah, not been persuaded. And there it is. Chauncey Bowens in the 3rd round and Quincy Porter in the 3rd round of the draft. So there it is. He helps North Texas, and he helps another one of my teams win a national championship. So that's going to do it for the North Texas dynasty. Unfortunately, we couldn't give Drew Mestemaker the Heisman Trophy, but we at least got the natty, and that was the main goal for this rebuild. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said in the intro, drop your teams down below in the comments alongside your side quests, so that way I can rebuild you guys next. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more rebuilds like this. So until next time, I'll see y'all later. Have a great day.